There's like the perfect 10 out of 10 fucking baddie you know. But she used to be a guy. Would you still hit? It's a surgery. It's a surgery. The perfect surgery. Please? The most best sex you can have ever met. Would you fuck?
I'm gonna say there's no politics involved, but honestly, if you can convince me, you can convince me.
I'm just like, yeah, why not?
Dude, the 3 for 3 is
if you can convince me, you can convince me.
Bro, who gives a shit? When you are like balls deep inside, when you are balls deep, you will forget.
I don't even know if we can get this part in the podcast.
What are you afraid of?
I'm John.
I'm Alfonso.
And I'm Darren. Welcome to the Scat Cast. We don't know either.
Well, actually, no. We do know.
I know.
You know what I know?
You know?
I do know.
3, 2, 1. Happy anniversary! 1 year Scat Cast.
It's crazy we've been doing this for a full year. This is the actual anniversary of the Scat Cast. Episode 52. Welcome to episode 52 of the Scat Cast. If you're brand new, welcome.
One a week. That is one a week.
Every Wednesday.
There are 52 weeks in a year.
Every Wednesday, we have successfully managed to upload an episode. That's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
The first year, too. Year 1.
Yeah. Like
just said, do it, and we did it.
You know, we've had a couple of hiccups on the way. I'm not going to lie. But we've...
1 a week.
1 a week. There's always been 1 a week. Regardless, there's always been 1 a week.
There's always a way.
Plus one bonus episode, actually. But yeah.
Dude, 53?
Technically.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Who said, ooh, no.
Don't count.
We went above and beyond, Alfonso. You can't critique that.
That's content. Yeah.
I think, I don't know. It's a very awkward, it's a very strange feeling.
For a celebration.
It does. Some
American honey whiskey. Shooters.
So we've decided for this episode, we're going to do a normal episode, but the gimmick is going to be every 15 minutes. Yeah. Every 15 minutes, we're going to take, oh God, one of these honey whiskey shooters. And
we have 24 of them, baby.
And progressively, it's just going to get better and better.
Can you set a timer every 15 minutes, by the way?
You'll be in charge of that.
I will be late timekeeper.
Oh, God.
All right. Bottoms up.
All right. How do I open this? Wait.
The fuck? This is actually cut.
I can't tell if that was the plastic or my tooth cracking.
Wait, what the fuck?
I opened it. Because I'm not a baby man. I got strong man teeth.
Man, it's on brand.
Nah, you can't pour it in there. You gotta drink it straight.
Why'd you get a shot
here.
glass?
I wanted
the drink.
Oh, you both have. I'm the weird one. Oh, sorry, I'll get one.
No, I mean I just wanted to have the drink.
It does. It's actually this is 2 ounces. These are shots. Yeah.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, perfectly
Cool.
2 ounces.
I'm the drink.
Oh wow, this is wow.
It's like a
reality.
It's a whole shot. Like
yeah. Like reality just said it. Like we were about.
I have no idea what this is about to taste like either. I've never tried honey whiskey before.
Really?
Have you?
No.
I've
You
had
literally
that
gave it to Nathan that one episode.
Was that whiskey? Okay, yeah, with Nathan.
Yeah,
I've had it before.
we had it with Nathan.
We've had it before. We tried it with Nathan. It was good.
Okay.
Was it? This is the same brand or no?
No, it's
different brand. But I mean,
okay.
it's same drink.
He said it was better.
That's upselling, nigga.
Oh, I know.
Well, he said it was better than normal whiskey.
Oh my god, I don't want to fucking to the rim. Clink him up. Clink him up.
No! I just fucked up.
Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yum, yum, yum.
Definitely got the honey part down.
I don't like it.
Then they got the whiskey part down.
I don't like it.
Really?
No. I don't like drinking anymore.
Oh, fam.
No. I had that phase already. I don't need to drink any more alcohol.
No, I get you.
It makes my tummy upset.
Oh.
Did you set the timer?
Yeah, this is busy.
Okay, cool.
Bet.
Oh, golly. All right. I know you had some topics that you wanted to discuss
Dude, I'm
over
like,
the episode.
At a certain point in this night, that regular show theme song's about to kick in.
It's going to be so fucking... Stick around, y'all. You're going to want to stick around for this one.
I'm going to need y'all to bear with me.
Yeah.
It's okay, I have follow-up questions.
Okay, cool. As long as you remember them, that's what matters.
I have them written down.
Okay.
Do you?
What do we have written down?
Oh, God.
It's already happening. What's going on?
I don't know. You reminded me of a regular show. I really fuck with regular show. I hope the new season they're making is good.
Yeah, they are
It's
doing
gonna
something with
be.
them, right?
I don't know. It sucks that Close Enough got canceled. It could have been so good.
It was
but
kind of
just-
mid.
Yeah, say it wasn't
mid.
that good.
It was kind of mid.
It could have been good though. That's the thing.
I think the first season, the fact that it got delayed so much, and like the fact that he wrote about like the small close. Have you seen Close Enough? Or heard of it?
Yeah, I have.
My like
I've
biggest.
seen only a handful though. I've seen
only
the one
watched,
where
like,
they go to the
first two
bar,
seasons.
and I've seen the one where they go to the gym.
Oh yeah, and he like starts
Yeah.
I
working
really
out.
like the gym one. That
The
was like
gym
a
was
regular
fun.
show esque episode.
I like the one where they go to the club, and on the way to the club, he puts in the tape, and he's like, "I hope you guys like Weezer."
And they just kill fucking old people at the club.
Yeah, I mean, why
Yeah.
not? they're all basically just regular show plots, really. At the end of the day,
Yeah, it just felt like a watered down regular show. It wasn't like enough of its own thing, and I
No,
feel
I
like
agree.
it kind of needed to be
close enough.
something.
I don't know, because to me, regular show is like a perfect show,
I agree.
like literally a perfect show.
Probably my favorite Western cartoon.
I think it's literally like it has such a solid formula that works in any scenario. Like you can make anything into a regular.
It's
episode,
for like
it
all
works.
age demographics too.
Yeah.
You know?
But like it's in particular, like especially as a kid show, very few of them are about like young adults. The
Yeah.
same way the regular show is.
Yeah, like obviously like Teen Titans the original one and like 16 or like Surf.
But those are about teenagers. Regular show is about adults.
Like, they're
adults.
past
I
that.
see,
Like they're
I
living
see.
on their own now.
I
you
see,
know?
I see.
Because like most other shows as a kid that you watch, they're like they have like adults that they like look up to, or they have like a school they go to, or something like that. Regular show is the first one where you turn that shit on and you hear Rigby go, "What the H, dude?" Like, dude, he just cussed. Dude, he just cussed at me, dude. That's
And
crazy.
instead of complaining about classware, they're complaining about their minimum wage job.
Yeah,
Like,
they're complaining about their boss and who's gonna drop his gumballs when he gets upset
Yeah.
and shit. Like, dude, that's
Yeah,
awesome,
that's crazy.
dude. Like,
that's right.
especially
Not a lot of shows do that. Besides like Squidward.
yeah.
Squidward was the OG.
But then at the same time, SpongeBob would still go to like boating school, which is like their equivalent to like him going to school. Because I mean, I know he's supposed to be like 30 or whatever the fuck. So like, I don't know.
Actually, SpongeBob, he's probably older than Mordecai and Rigby. Fuck.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
He's supposed to be like 30. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. If I was Squidward, I'd be kind of pissed off.
Bro's like fucking 40.
Like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Why are you screaming and running around at 6 a.m.?
Why are you still betting on this clarinet dream? You're shit. You've been playing for 40 years in your ass.
That's an even bigger L for Squidward. Like, he has not, bro. You gotta he's putting the fries in the bag, literally, and he still can't get his shit together.
Daring today, are we?
But okay, but like, isn't Plankton like the biggest loser? He literally built a restaurant where he makes negative money just to fuck over his
Yeah.
ex-best friend.
He doesn't even succeed at that. He's
Yeah.
a total failure.
He named his shit the Chum Bucket.
He
dude.
made
I
his
think
own
he
wife.
gave up a long time ago. He
Literally.
did. He did.
Couldn't find no
And his
bitch.
wife like ditched him at one point.
Did you hear about the Plankton movie?
I
No.
did see that.
So I didn't see it, but the plot of the movie is that Karen just gets fucking fed up with Plankton and decides to take matters into her own hands, and she just succeeds.
And she wants to like destroy the world.
That's awesome.
It's like the second that Plankton stops being the one with all the fucking plans, she wins. That's all it
It's
is.
definitely gonna end with like some Plankton talk no jutsu shit where he just,
I love you,
I
baby.
love you, Karen.
I love my computer wife, Karen. I was thinking about this the other day with SpongeBob. There's like a very particular aesthetic that SpongeBob has. I don't think any other cartoons have.
Early SpongeBob. Or do you mean just like in general?
Kind of in general. I think the thing that was kind of getting me with it, I can't think of another show where in between, this is kind of a weird thing, where in between named locations, there's fucking nothing.
What do you mean?
So what's in between the Chum Bucket and the Krusty Krab and then like SpongeBob's house?
It's
It's a
straight
fucking
up.
desert. It's just sand
Mr.
dunes.
Krabs' house, the anchor.
But where?
All their
And then
houses are
there's
just
nothing there. He has no neighbors.
If you look, if you look at a map of Bikini Bottom, it's just like a generic city. You don't see any of the locales.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's fucking, like, okay, you go to, like, SpongeBob, Squidward, and Patrick's house.
Yeah.
And then you go, like, fucking 10 miles down the road.
Mm-hmm.
You reach the fucking Krusty Krab and the Chum Bucket. You go 10 miles down the road. You reach
Yeah.
Mrs. Puff's boating school.
Yeah.
You're, like, fucking 10
It's all
miles
like
down
a
the
straight
road.
line, basically. It's linear.
I mean,
what I'm
there are like
saying.
American towns like that.
I know, but it's just, like, there's no other, like, show I can think of where they do that. Everything else tries to make it feel like lived in. But I feel like with SpongeBob, it makes it, like, I like it because it feels almost like it's, like, just scenes on purpose, like in like a play or something.
Mm-hmm.
There's like, these are just the locations. There's nothing in between. You don't ever need to see what's in between here.
Yeah. I'd almost say it adds to like the idea of like the ocean floor is a lot like space. It's just space and then just random shit there. and it's kind of like that when you pointed that out, I was like, that kind of makes sense. Like it's emptiness until you find something.
And I was thinking about this too. I think none of the episodes really play with that idea, except for one, and it's the pizza delivery one. That dude they're fucking delivering the pizza to is in the middle of fucking bumfuck nowhere.
Yeah.
And like on one hand, it's kind of like damn, that's weird. Why is he over here? But you're like, this is exactly what it would be like delivering a pizza to fucking SpongeBob too. He's just in the middle of fucking nowhere. There's nothing here. He's just surrounded by desert in all directions. Like there's nothing
He has
here.
neighbors.
I mean, yeah,
A
but,
rock
like,
and a fucking random tiki.
he gets a rock and a fucking Easter Highland head, and that's all he has.
Dude, no, the pizza episodes actually, because that was like when you saw like weather, like the water, the
Yeah.
current. Yeah, that shit got really real.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like this is the only one I think that actually plays like the environment of everything too.
Yeah. Or the kelp forest.
Well, yeah,
That's
yeah,
outside
that-
of Bikini Bottom, though.
yeah.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
But even like the aesthetic of like all the plants and stuff are on like the sky and everything. It makes the ground just in general look like barren. Like I kind of like that though. Like it's literally just like here's the thing, boom, here's what's going on in the scene.
I wonder why they decided to put flowers in the sky, because that's not like real. That's not.
Because there's no such thing as clouds and water.
So it was literally just like a design thing.
But why flowers? Why not like bubbles or something?
Yeah, I was
You
like,
know what mean?
maybe bubbles or
Because
something.
bubbles don't like stick around like that. Like if you
Neither
have
do fucking
flowers
flowers.
on top of water, they do.
They're not like
Maybe it's not even flowers. It's like, you know, when you're like below water and you have like the geometry of like the sunlight making shit.
but they're definitely flowers though.
They're flower shaped,
So it's just geometry from the sun that just happens to be fucking like.
perhaps. Like you ever like have a camera underwater and you see like the shapes it makes? It could be flower-esque.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't. I think you're looking too into that. I think they just wanted it to have flowers for some reason. It's a cool aesthetic though. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's neat, but
It's a theory. So let's say it like this: the straight man's choice is that it just looks nice, so it's not just empty sky. The theory is like to resemble like boat propellers, because like it's an active like ocean area.
Oh, what?
I don't think
That makes even
exactly.
less sense than the something I
Yeah,
said.
exactly. Because it was like a nuclear testing thing. So basically, most likely, it was just like a design choice. Just like, hey,
I like my sun theory.
I kind of like the flowers up there because it reminds me of like a Hawaiian shirt. It keeps.
Well, that's the
getting to,
aesthetic
like,
they go for. in the
Exactly.
show,
It's
yeah.
like more of like that beach theme
Uh-huh.
for everything, I guess.
interesting. But speaking of SpongeBob, his movie did pretty well, but not the best. Does anyone actually know what the highest grossing movie? Because I'm gonna search it up right now. Does anyone like know or have a guess? Put a guess out.
It's Avatar.
It was Avatar. It was Endgame, and then they re-released Avatar. You still overtake it again.
Yeah.
They're so fucking petty.
Yeah, that is. That's some dick waving shit. Like,
Avatar's okay. I mean,
it's not
like
that good. Like it's not bad, but I would.
It's neat.
I didn't even think the CG looked good at the time.
I haven't. Okay, let me rephrase this. I haven't seen Avatar 1. I've only seen Avatar 2. And Avatar 2
You ever
is
seen the
neat.
first one?
Yeah, Avatar 2 is neat.
First one was just. Okay.
I haven't seen the second one actually, so I don't.
I like the second one. It was neat.
Second one was okay.
It's better than a lot of MCU movies.
Yeah, I would watch
mean,
it.
I
over
don't know. I
Thor:
think
Love and
Avatar is a
Thunder.
pretty lame sci-fi story. I don't know.
What
I mean, it's
about it
definitely
is
not
lame?
like edge, like genre defining.
I don't remember the
or
main
anything.
character's name.
Jake Sully.
I thought that was the blue guy.
Yeah, he's the main character.
No, the blue guy that's always on your phone.
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course.
What's his name?
What?
The blue guy that's on your phone. The guy who's like peanut butter. I thought you meant buttermilk peanut.
Dude, he took one shot. What the fuck?
No, I'm talking about
It's
that.
like what the fucking memes on your Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. He's talking about the general. I don't know the general's name.
Oh, okay. It's a general.
That was the general.
Yeah,
It's
because
fucking stupid.
in the
Yeah.
second movie, he becomes an avatar too.
Yeah, yeah.
He's cool. I don't know. They have like a whole fucking group of the blue avatar people, and they go, "Hoorah!" They fucking
Yeah, that's literally something
There
they
was one of them that
do.
looked like a fucking police officer that turns off his body
Yes!
cam. He had like a buzz cut and like the sun, like the exact, like the Oakley sunglasses.
Yeah. I don't know. The second one, like I said, I haven't seen the first one. I can't say anything about the first one. From what I understand, like the first one felt like very generic.
It was the
The
movie ever.
second one, to me, it was just like too long.
Yes, the
But-
story itself was fine, but it overstayed its
I-
welcome.
Kind of fucked with like all like the aesthetic of everything, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I like ocean places. I like Moana.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like because it's like a very unique like, ocean aesthetic too. It kind of reminded me of like Subnautica a little bit with everything because all like the alien stuff over there. It's like I don't know, like the 2 minute underwater section in the Phantom Menace just like blown up to an entire fucking movie basically.
Yeah,
And now they're gonna have the
fire people.
fire people and the wind nomads. Have you seen what the wind nomads look like?
No, I didn't.
They're dressed like Aang.
Nah.
No way.
Yes, they're actually dressed like Aang. They're wearing their fucking yellow and orange and shit. Dude, it's crazy. They're called like the wind tradesmen or something like that. They're dressed like Aang. It's crazy.
Nah, Darren. First image I see, bro.
No way. Wait, that's
Yes,
actually them.
That's crazy. They stole their shit bar for bar.
Like
Flow.
you cannot tell. Like okay, Avatar was in development before the last Airbender came out.
Okay.
So like I could believe you if you said that like the first movie just happened to have the same name. But then the second movie happened to introduce water as an element to it. And it's like, okay, they have water as an element in this one. That's cool. And then the third one they announce is about the fucking of fire and ash. It's about fire as the villains. And in the movie they're going to introduce the wind tribe that fucking flies around and is dressed exactly the same way.
And I don't think basing shit around the elements is like super original, you know what I mean? But like,
But that in particular,
but
like
designing them to look like airbenders is crazy.
Because it's not just the fact that it's basing things around the elements. It's like, it's named Avatar and it's basing things around the elements.
But you just said it was named Avatar first. It was in development before.
It was, but that's what I'm saying. Like they both just happen to have the same name. They both happen
And not have the same
to have
plot.
Yeah,
elements, and they both happen to have the exact same design for their wind tribe.
Yeah.
That's a really
The wind tribe they
crazy
definitely
coincidence.
fucking copied. Like there's no
There's
shot.
no way they didn't.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah, but what's crazy enough, both of them are using the actual definition of the word correctly, so I could like definitely see. But the only part is the element thing. Because the actual definition of avatar from like Hinduism is like a manifestation of a deity or released soul in bodily form of earth. Technically, Jake Sullivan is that because he got reincarnated into that creature.
An alien.
Yeah, and then Aang is Aang. But like elements was like definitely the
That's what I'm saying. That has nothing to do with the word Avatar.
That's why I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know. There's gonna be 5 of those movies too.
Well, who directs these movies again?
Queen trilogy.
James Cameron, blah.
All right, shot time.
Hey.
For alcohol.
James
That
Cameron.
was fucking easy. Holy shit.
James Cameron directed the Blue People movies, the Avatar movies.
Who made Batman? The good Batman.
Christopher
Dude,
Nolan.
Okay, James Cameron, Christopher. I know there's like 3 good people that always get glazed, and I'm trying to remember their names.
James Cameron, he's the guy who made the Titanic. He made Aliens, not the first one, but he made the sequel.
Okay.
Damn, he made that?
Yeah.
That's a banger movie.
That's why they have like the same mech design, like the power loader from Aliens, where they fight the queen at the end of the movie.
I don't think the design is super original either. It looks like it looks like, the same thing. And then
it's
you also
the
have like
exact same design.
but you have something similar to it in Halo, and then also
I guarantee
Warhammer
it's
has
based on
dreadnoughts and it looks like that too.
I
Like
guarantee you it's based.
I just
on
don't think
the
it's an
one from
original
Aliens.
design to have like that box shape to a mech. You know what I mean?
What had it before Aliens though? You know what I mean? Like I think they're definitely based on the one in Aliens. It's not original now because it's such
That's
a good
very
design.
probable because the actual Terminids are based off of xenomorphs. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think it's just such a good design that they copied it in other things.
Maybe,
really.
yeah.
Can you pass the little drinkies?
My bad.
No, you're good, Darren. Trust me, you're always good.
Honestly, you just want to slide into the middle.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck!
Sorry.
He's already spilled the shit once.
He's going not GG's. F's in chat.
For anyone listening, Darren has just spilled the fuck out of his Snoop Dogg wine.
The Snoop wine.
He was using Snoop Dogg wine as a chaser.
Clean the washcloth, like the cloth out.
Yeah.
We'll just clean it
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
Darren, we're not gonna dry it up or anything. We're just gonna leave a big ass puddle of Snoop Dogg wine.
There's no point. We're gonna clean it after.
Yeah, I guess. We're gonna open this shit with our teeth.
I already opened it.
Did you use your teeth?
My hands.
Oh, damn. Okay, fuck. Big man on campus over
Freaky
here.
odd
Fuck.
John over here. Guess what?
I see you over there fucking struggling
My
with
hands
it.
got all sweaty.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, freaky old John over here. Yeah, okay, bud.
Hey, my
All right,
hands.
bud.
My hands were normal and fine.
Did you get the lid? You need to use your teeth?
You hurry up, bro.
Yeah.
Stop staring at me.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought.
I can't
Freaky old John.
actually.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
actually
Little
can't-
man do it.
Dude, I can't open this. The alcohol got me.
Dog, you've had one
Shut up.
shot.
It's over. It's Jover. It's so Jover.
It's because he got his grubby little mitts on it.
that
His
was-
sweat
Y'all
got
guys
imbued into
just
all of it.
mean. I might. Thank you, Darren. Thank you. Appreciate you, dog.
I guess I'll pour it in the shot glass again.
Yeah. I feel like the shot's easier than sipping the bottle. I can just get more of it down.
Call me the drink.
It was his liquidity. Yep.
Clink.
Air clink. It's fine. I don't want to spill more.
I don't want to get alcohol on Hugo.
Need water?
Yep. Dude, that's just not good. I don't know why you said it just tastes good. It doesn't taste good at all.
I mean, honestly, I'm just tasting the sugar and feeling the burn.
I'm crying.
It's almost like cough medicine, but more honey-ish.
As if cough medicine doesn't usually have honey as ingredient.
Really?
Or flavoring, flavoring.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say honey's good for you. I know it's a good something.
My mom's cough medicine when I was a kid was a tablespoon of honey with lime and a shot of whiskey on the side.
My mom did honey and lime, so that makes sense. So honey and lemons. So no whiskey for me, obviously.
She gave you a child whiskey?
Yeah, a shot of whiskey.
What?
Well, whiskey, the alcohol is like it gets your blood flowing in some way. I forget like where the exact.
But it actually dilates your blood vessels. But I think the whole thing was it made my throat feel numb.
Yeah. That's it.
That was like, yeah.
Dude, that's just nasty, dude. Holy fuck.
I like it.
Oh, so I found it a little pleasant.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
Yo, I can't drink anymore.
Okay, we
Just
have,
like in general, like I'm not even saying like right now. I'm just saying like in general, like I haven't drank in a long time, so I'm just not used to the whole.
Oh, you had a beer last week?
Okay, that's different.
immediately caught capping. That's crazy.
So this is like we've been doing Scat Cast for a year.
Oh,
Because,
so I did have I was going somewhere with the fucking the highest grossest movie thing. Unless you want to do that.
keep going.
Okay, so with that, what should we call it? Inside Out and Frozen were up there with like the highest grossing movies of all time.
Which
Animated
is crazy
films.
to me.
Animated films of all time.
Which
yeah.
is still crazy to me. Like the fact that Inside Out 2 is not that good.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's not.
And it just lost to Nazo 2, which is whatever. But do you remember when Frozen first came out and there was just that one dude who watched it like 35 times?
You know the dude who watched like Captain Marvel like 98 times? Or no, it was like 132.
Sounds like a fucking dork, so no, I haven't heard of him.
But like,
Yeah, it was like that one. He like took a picture of himself every time he did it. Then there's like a picture of like him taking a selfie with Brie Larson. It's like
Did he look like the kind of guy who would watch it
it was
193
like
times?
a Wojak. It was just like
Yeah, exactly.
perfectly a Wojak.
Yeah.
but like, I'll say like this. No shade to the guy. He could be a nice person, but like, I don't think he was the demographic to see that movie.
Yeah, that's a
35
little sus.
Yeah.
He's probably the fucking Spider-Man dude in the Elsa and Spider-Man videos. He's probably that dude.
I know it's those fucked up Flash games.
No, like the videos, like they're like the.
I've only seen the fucked up Flash games where he's
No,
in
it's
there.
like a whole YouTube thing. Like YouTube Kids is infested. They call it Elsa Gate.
It was like years ago.
Oh my
It's
God.
still a thing. Like they
Yeah.
still have really weird fucking shit on. But now it's like Poppy's Playtime Gate. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But like
You don't remember that?
different properties,
only
but
seen
same
the
premise.
games.
Where they take things that are kid friendly and put them in a thumbnail, so like the YouTube algo recognizes it as like a kids thing, so it's okay and it gets monetized. But they're in very suggestive like poses in the thumbnails, and the videos are like not inappropriate at all. It's like Spider-Man taking a shit on Elsa's chest, and like
so it's like
it's for
fetish
kids.
shit. And
Yeah, it's just weird fetish shit, and then kids eat it up because it's like, oh, Spider-Man and Elsa.
That's why they ended up doing the thing where they ask you if your video's for a child or not.
Yeah.
Because now if it's for a child, you don't get it monetized. That's the reason why. Because of shit like that. There's like a whole different process for making money on kids content. I don't know how the fuck that works.
Yeah,
I don't
because
even know if you
Ryan's
can.
World's still doing it. So
Yeah, I don't know how all that stuff works. He gets sponsorships though, so he gets money
Who?
from that.
Ryan's World, the little kid who plays with toys.
Yeah.
Wait, so kids channels don't make money at all? Like not even
You can't
Cocomelon?
monetize them. Like you can't put ads on them at all.
Can't monetize children. That's illegal.
But I don't understand how that works
Not
either.
illegal.
Well, you can't child labor laws. Like if you're using children to make monetization, like
The majority of content that's labeled
So
as for
kids-
kids is
so
not
kid-
made by kids.
So kids channels on TV
oh,
can't
I guess it'd
advertise.
be,
That's what I'm
I guess,
saying, yeah.
I guess it's more of like you're not the parent, so they don't want to put. Like
That's the problem. It was not a child dressed up like Elsa and Spider-Man shitting on the other one's chest. That's the problem.
valid point.
Yeah.
But I guess it's more of like they don't want to like put money on something where they get sued easily for. If you're on an adult
Well,
site,
it was a big controversy. It's,
Yeah.
you know.
That's why they had to make that change to begin with. To answer your question though, I guess if it was a question, but
What was your question?
I was basically just like, what's the reason you need to see a movie like that 35 times? Like, would y'all like?
okay, in theaters, maybe not. But that being said, there's probably movies I've seen like 35 times. Realistically, like over the course of my life.
Toy Story.
Fucking Spy Kids 3D. You kidding me? You know how many car rides in the backseat I've seen that movie in?
Real. Did your parents get those little movie players? So you put in the...
My mom's SUVs just have one.
Dude, those were so cool.
Damn, Darren, your whole family is bougie. That's crazy.
Oh, God.
Those are fucking Honda.
We had a fucking laptop that I would sit on my fucking lap and I just play it on there.
Dude, we brought like a little like machine. It was like a fucking DVD thing, but like it was like PS Vitas. But you would put the movie disc inside the thing and it would play it for you.
The hype part was I had the 3D glasses of mine though.
Oh, that is kind of cool.
That was crazy.
It was literally like on the ceiling of like the back seat of the SUV.
Yeah.
No, it was a van actually. It was a
Was
van.
it one like the type that like come down?
Yeah, but it was like smaller than that switch screen.
Yeah, because I
We used
remember
to just watch movies on that.
I used to see people that had them like on the headrest of
Yeah.
the seat and stuff too.
Do they fall out of style? I feel like they just fell out of style.
No, people still use them a lot. A lot of the times now they have like extensions where they just like put their iPad on it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
so-
I mean, most kids now like they
Have
just
something.
they,
Well,
they just have an iPad at all times.
Streaming killed it because like
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Because
you just download it.
Yeah, makes sense.
you need to carry on like the disc and this bulky ass DVD player in the car.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I feel like by the time I die, I will probably have seen Infinity War over 100 times. By the time I die,
Definitely Infinity
you know?
War, not in game, but I could
I
definitely.
mean, yeah,
I don't know why.
I always
like,
watch the two together.
Huh?
Always watch the two together.
Okay, so like
that's
a
not a
par-
bad idea. Like just having like watched both of them with an intermission or something like
I've
that.
actually watched both of them in one sitting before. I started at 12 a.m. like midnight, and then my brother woke up for school the next morning and was like, "Bro, you're still here."
Yeah,
Like
Dude, I low key would want to do like an MCU run.
I did with Hannah last year or 2 years. No, yeah, last year.
I did
and a half
it
ago.
before Endgame. I think it was the last time I did it.
Yeah.
For Spider-Man, I did one of all the Spider-Man
Sam,
movies.
the Romy Raimi's or Sam
Yes, I did the
Raimi?
Sam Raimi. I did the Andrew Garfield. I did the Tom Holland movies for that one. For Secret Wars, I'm probably gonna end up doing it again.
That's the one that's going on right now.
So there's gonna be Doomsday, and then there's gonna be Secret Wars. So I'm not sure how I want to do it yet. For Doomsday, I'm probably just gonna rewatch the MCU stuff, realistically. But I'm thinking for Secret Wars, I want to like make a watch order that encompasses like everything. I think.
Secret
And-
Wars is like the Universal thing.
Yeah, it's like basically like where everything comes together into like one
Okay.
movie. So like I was trying to think of like a watch order where I combine like, you know, the MCU with the Venom movies, with the X-Men movies, with the fucking Blade movies, like fucking the 2003 Daredevil, like all bunch of like a shit ton of random stuff, all just like in one watch order. Because I don't know how the fuck you even like organize that at all.
Yeah.
I don't know like even the slightest way to organize that. But I want to try to figure out a way to do that before Secret Wars comes out.
Gotcha.
I might do that. But I don't know. It's always fun to rewatch them. Just seeing like the way everything like progressed, I guess, over the course of it. Because I mean, you haven't seen all of them, have you?
I've just never seen the Hulk movie.
That's it. You've seen all the Thor movies. You've
See,
seen.
and-
I
Seen
haven't
Thor 1 through
seen.
3.
I still haven't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I haven't
Did you see
seen.
Quantumania?
I haven't seen
I did.
Quantumania. That's
Oh, yeah,
what
you did see
Yeah,
it.
I
I've
saw
never seen
Quantumania.
Quantumania, but I know the plot. I know about the fucking.
You saw Eternals too, right?
I did see Eternals.
Yeah.
So, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and there's one more. Oh, the Marvels I haven't seen.
I didn't see the Marvels either.
And then all the Disney Plus shows I haven't really seen. But
Same.
I don't
Except
count
for
those.
Loki. I did watch Loki. I haven't watched season 2 yet, but I kind of know the ending of season 2.
I think for the watch order, you would probably watch the Disney Plus shows too. I think that would be like the roughest part of the watch through. I'm not gonna lie.
Damn.
The Disney Plus shows are not bingeable. I don't think.
What I wonder, like, how you can get from like the Russo brothers to like the dude who writes the shitty shows. It's like you didn't want to just run it by the guys who made you all this good shit. Or like I don't get that logic unless they're just so like bureaucratic in the sense that they just have people for one job and one job only.
Well, like,
and
they
just
don't-
don't talk.
This is something that they did a lot back in the days. They just like rushed everything out. They didn't have like. Typically, shows are like longer. They're not like 4 or 5 or 6 episodes.
Yeah, 12 to
Yeah,
24.
but all the Disney Plus shows are like 5 or 6 episodes.
Uh-huh.
Like they're all short. They're literally just movies. It's like the same issue with like Obi-Wan and stuff. Like it's literally something that could have been a movie that they stretched out to be a show for no reason. And they're stopping doing that now. They're making like actual shows again, which is good. But it's kind of what we talked about in that other episode, about like the different changes and stuff with the shows. That was one of the things that came out of like those writers' strikes recently too, is they kind of changed the structure for how they're doing all the shows. Mm-hmm. They didn't have like a showrunner for the shows at all.
So just random like artists and directors just showed up and were like, "Hey,
yeah,
that's an IP." That
like
I'm
they would have
interested
like
in.
a writer write the shows, and then that would be like their version of a showrunner. From what I understand, like I could be wrong.
That's so stupid.
Like I guess the showrunner would be like Kevin Feige, maybe. You know what I mean?
He did a terrible job managing that shit.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, because I think a lot of them were good. It's just like they had like some kind of mismanagement or something.
Because
going
Echo
on,
looked cool, and then it ended up just being kind of like,
Like I liked the first 2 episodes of Echo, and then I was like, damn, this kind of sucks. And like
Yeah.
the last 2.
yeah.
WandaVision was really good up until like the end, to be honest. From what I understand, they actually like rewrote some of that. So it's kind of
So
similar
someone
to,
fumbled the bag somewhere.
from what I understand, it was something about like they didn't originally they were like hinting at like something happening in the background. Like that's the whole thing with that show is like a mystery you're trying to unravel. But they didn't want it was originally supposed to be like Doctor Strange sending messages to Wanda inside of her vision or whatever. But they changed it and they were like, well, it'd probably be a bad look to have like Doctor Strange show up and save our woman main character in her first outing. You know what I mean? So they're like, we should probably change it to where it's like her doing it herself instead of blah, 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 all this other stuff too. So like I get it, but like it was you could tell it was a last minute change.
Yeah.
It was kind of the same stuff that happened with the Captain America movie, because I know we talked about this the other day too. But with the Captain America movie, I liked it. It was good. But while you're watching that movie, you can like see the reshoots in real time. It's kind of crazy. Like while you're watching that movie, it's like you're like, oh wow, you can tell they like dubbed this line.
Dude, some of the dialogue in that movie was like written by a fucking third grader.
Did you watch the new Captain
Yes,
America movie?
I saw it on Valentine's. It was awful.
Because I liked it. I gave it like a 6.5 to a 7.
I did too. I gave it a 7 out of 10 when I first saw it. Then
Yeah.
the very next day, I got with some friends, and then we watched the new Hard Eyes movie, and I was like, no, that is a 7 out of 10. That was a 5. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Like, yeah.
Like I get that.
It's like on first watch, I'm like,
having not rewatched it yet, I'll say it's like I'll stick to my like 6.5 right now.
yeah.
It definitely could have
But
been so much worse.
I saw a real 7.5, and I was like, never mind. These
Yeah.
are not the same.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. It's nowhere near as bad as people made it out to be.
No, no,
at
it is
all.
definitely not a 3 out of 10. It is definitely not bad. It is probably like very mediocre. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's just kind of like I don't know. Like I said, it's like you can literally see the reshoots in real time. Like you can tell where they went through. I was watching it. I was like, oh, that's where that thing was in like the original like script that people were talking about. This is where that thing.
I went into it like not knowing anything about the drama in the background.
Well, I mean, I knew
What drama?
there was a whole bunch
Reshoots
of
and
like
shit.
Well, I knew the reshoots, but like, is there like any drama?
That's
Well,
the drama
like-
I was referring to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
like
like,
production hell.
there's a lot of like misinformation about that too, where like there's not as many reshoots as people said, but like
I don't know anything about it. I just watched the movie as it
that's
was.
what I'm saying.
but,
Like
yeah.
just watching it though, like it feels like all those reshoots were there,
Like,
whether or not
it
that's
does
true
because
or not.
they get to fucking point A to B and there's like no A to C and they don't explain B. Like
I was telling him this earlier too. I was like, dude, the biggest issue with that movie to me is that the Red Hulk thing is like played up like it's a surprise, but it's in all of the fucking ads. You go into that movie knowing it's a Red Hulk movie,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it's building towards
that's
that.
the only way they would get people in the theaters to see it.
But that's what I'm saying.
like-
Like they could have done something else with that movie
Yeah.
to where that's not
Like
what
it's
they
like,
had
it doesn't
to do.
act like it's a surprise.
Because I legitimately think the movie would be like a point higher if that was a surprise. You know what I mean? If
Yeah,
that
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
something you were expecting going into that movie, that would have been so much better. I'm not gonna lie.
Just fucking Naruto talk jutsus him in the end anyway.
I told him that too. He's like, no, this isn't you. And then he
yeah, and then he
stabs.
shrinks back to.
Yeah, and then he stabs him twice. And then he says, no, this isn't you again. Because
Yes,
it didn't
yes.
work the first time, but
Yeah.
it worked the second time. For some
I like
reason.
how I did like the joke though, where he's like walking towards Red Hulk and he's like, Bucky's full of shit. I should have taken that serum. That actually made me laugh. That was funny.
There's a couple of funny jokes in that movie.
Yeah.
There was like dude, I guess spoilers for the movie, I guess. Just like to talk about like some of like the reshoot stuff. Did you know anything that was like originally in the movie and
No.
stuff? So one of them, do you know Sabra, like the Israeli superhero?
No.
She was supposed to be in the movie. She's like the Israeli Captain America, basically.
Did they take it out because of recent political
Yes.
events? Yeah.
She was supposed to be one of the main characters in the movie. She's the Black Widow in the movie. She was in the movie with like a full on like Israeli costume and everything too. And she's like an Israeli mutant. I guess that's what it was. Like they're just like, oh, we have to introduce mutants in the MCU now. And they're like, oh shit, we can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
So they instantly had to like cut out like all of her major scenes. And now she's like a nothing character. There's like no point in even having her in the movie. You know, Amadeus Cho, like the Asian Hulk, he was supposed to be in the movie originally. The leader was supposed to have like a more comic accurate design.
God, the leader was so fucking ugly. Dude. Even if they wanted to make it look grotesque, like every scene he was in, it was so poorly green screened with the costume.
To me, it's like if you wanted to make him look grotesque, you might as well just make him look green too. Like, why add all the fucking weird brain shit?
They had
and not make him
green on the brain shit,
Yeah.
so it was like they had green on there. But like,
was the goatee too goofy? Could you not just give him a fucking goatee with the brain?
he looks so bad.
You know,
Like-
I don't know. And it's like the entire time he's like, dude, did you see the post credit scene?
Wait, don't remember. Yes, it's them
That
teasing the multiverse
post-credit
thing.
scene pissed me off so bad.
It's word into my. I've seen the calculations. I've run the simulations. There's a probability that we will soon be fighting a world that is beyond our own. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
He's sitting there. He's just like, the post-credit scene is him going,
Secret Wars will be a thing.
there's like a 90. So the villain of the movie is the
Dude,
leader.
his job is to think about like possibilities and probabilities and shit. And he gets every single one wrong in the movie. Like,
So
he's fucking terrible.
The leader, the best way to describe him. So you know how Gamma turned the Hulk into like a really fucking jacked monster?
Yeah.
Imagine that happened to his brain instead.
Gotcha.
That's what the leader is. So he's like something that's like super fucking smart.
Yep.
The entire movie, he's just fucking spouting probabilities. He's like, wow, I can't believe you turned around when there was an 89% chance I said you were going to turn around. What the fuck is the point of your probabilities then?
Every single thing he says in the movie is wrong.
Oh my
Yeah, everything that he predicts will happen is wrong.
And then
Like,
at the end of the post-credit scene of the movie, Sam visits him in prison. He's like, hey, do you have any information for me? And he's like, yes, I've been running the calculations. There's other worlds out there, and you're going to have to fight them. Get ready to fight
he
them.
already knew that if he had a conversation with Doctor Strange.
But like, what the fuck?
Like-
I'm like, okay, I can understand him sitting here and like be like, okay, like there's probably been like a couple of news feeds about the portals opening up in the sky or some shit at this
Yeah,
point.
especially
Between like
with Spider-Man,
No
Multiverse
Way
of
Home
Madness,
and fucking
yeah.
Multiverse of He's probably seen something. He probably knows the multiverse is real at this point. The fucking average Joe probably knows at this point. But how the fuck does he know what an incursion is? How does he know that
Wait,
they're
he
going to
name
fight each
drops
other?
incursion?
No, he doesn't. But he's like, oh, you're gonna have to fight each other.
Oh,
soon.
okay.
Like, you're gonna have to do this. You're gonna be fighting to the death. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? How do you know any of this stuff? You don't know the rules of
The
this.
probability was just too high.
You can't run these calculations. You don't know this shit.
simulation, John.
I don't know. Like that pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah.
But like the rest of the movie, I was like I said, it's good, but you could feel the reshoots while you're watching it.
Just felt like a fucking
he
Frankenstein
kills the
movie.
military guy who was like they acted like he was a big deal, and then he dies and he ends up finding the fucking president anyways.
Yeah.
What was the point? Like,
Yeah.
he might as well have just avoided the military base and gone straight to the White House. Like,
Yeah.
what was the point?
I will say I really like Harrison Ford in that movie. I think
I
he
do
does a
too.
really, really good job.
He said he had fun filming it too.
I
Yeah.
believe it.
I like him as like Ross, honestly.
I really thought he was gonna like half-ass like being in the movie just because he's fucking like
80 something.
he's
Well,
like
he's-
82, 83 or some shit.
Besides Indiana Jones, he's kind of notorious for like not giving a shit about his roles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially Han Solo. He does not give a fuck.
he hates Han Solo.
But like you could tell he was actually like I don't know, into this role at least enough to like
Dude,
give a fuck and
I
actually
was
do it.
fucking cringing when the leader was like whispering in his ear through the ear, like the head. Okay, he was whispering in his head through the earphones, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, show everybody the monster you are. Get angry, release the beast." I'm just like, this is fucking third grade dialogue, and I'm like, why the fuck doesn't he just rip the headphones off? Like,
Sorry, I didn't even think about that.
like no, literally, like you know, I went to go see this with my girlfriend. She turns next to me, and then she was like, "Dude, this is literally cyberbullying. Just put down the fucking phone." Like, Turn off the screen.
He's
take off the headphones.
He just starts tweaking. He's like fucking gripping like the steel walls and shit. He starts like bending
If
him
you're
in.
mad, just take it off. Like, and why are you getting mad over like, oh yeah, unleash the beast? And he's like, like what the?
He's like, I'm telling you, you're a failure. You're
All
a
I can
terrible
think
president.
of is just like that fucking the third grader emo song. There's something inside of me. There's something you
Yeah,
can see.
like-
But I
It's
feel
so
like
fucking
a monster.
bad. It was like prequel level dialogue there.
It
Like,
was.
I think that would have taken me out of the movie. I don't think
It did take me out of the movie. I turned to Hannah and I was like, "This is awful."
It felt like such a waste of Giancarlo Esposito too. Like they could have
He was some random drug
Dude, I
lord,
forgot
right?
he was
Or
in the
something?
movie. Holy shit!
I know. You know he was in the reshoots, right? He wasn't originally in the movie at all.
He was only in the reshoots.
Yes.
They just Frankensteined him in.
Whoa.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Giancarlo Esposito. He's not a random drug lord. He's a sign wider. He's the leader of like the Serpent Society. You know, like the Lizard League and Invincible. It's what
Yeah.
they are.
So-
but they turned him to a random terrorist. In the comics, they're the exact same thing as the Lizard League. They're fucking like people dressed up like snakes. He's just a dude in a trench coat. It's all he is.
Dude, they did him so dirty. Like,
So like, I liked some of the choreography in the film. Not like the CG like flying and shit stuff. Like, I'm like, that's what I just in the Marvel movie, but like the
I
actual
kind of
like,
liked like the dog fights and stuff in the movie.
the fist fights and shit.
Yeah.
Half of the time were really good. The other
Yeah.
half of the time, it's like, bro, there were so many fucking cuts.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
it's like you would throw up, like it would show character 1 throwing a punch, and it would cut to character 2 receiving the punch. It's like,
yeah.
just show me the whole shot. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I
They
kind
were
of like
budgeted,
some of them.
brother.
Like I know like in particular in my head, I was like, there's a scene where he like kicks the shield at the wall and then hits the dude in the head. I was like, that's kind of cool.
I know,
fuck
I
with
know.
stuff
That's
like
what I'm
that.
saying. Some of the choreography is cool, but the other half of it is
Yeah.
like, why is there a cut every millisecond? Like,
The part that kind of I don't know why this stuck with me so bad. There's like a point in the beginning of the movie where some of the terrorists are like holding someone at hostage. Like one of the nuns or whatever in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
And he uses Red Wing to electrocute the terrorist that's holding someone hostage.
yeah, they would conduct it too.
Exactly. They would fucking electrocute the hostage too.
just killing people or like stunning them.
computer calculating the exact voltage to where it wouldn't spread to the
Like,
person.
I think with stuff like that, I don't know if this is like a psychological thing or not. I feel like stuff like that probably happens all the fucking time in NCU movies, right?
Yeah.
Like little like
Like
logic.
Collateral?
No, just like,
I didn't even notice that. I didn't even like. But
Let's
until
just
you
say
brought
like,
it
like
up.
like little logical leaps like that, where it's like, okay, well, realistically, he couldn't have fucking just electrocuted the terrorist there because it'll also electrocute the hostage, like stuff like that.
Realistically, if he was hit by a car, he wouldn't survive. This is not,
But I think because like the movie left like a sour taste in your mouth, like you did like go through and you nitpick like even more things than you would.
I think that's
like,
what
other
happened
movies.
with the review bombs. Is that like people were kind of used to like the MCU's shit streak, so then they went into it pointing out every single nitpick.
I mean, even then, like the movies haven't been like awful. It's just been like really, really mid. You know, like they haven't been like
Yeah, but
terrible.
it's left people like unsatisfied for a while. So this one they go
Yeah.
into and they're just nitpicking every single like
Well,
they're expecting
really-
it to be bad, so they find reasons for it to be bad.
Yeah,
Like
I
it's
feel
definitely there definitely is a psychology behind that.
yeah.
I think what I'm like getting from the MCU right now is that like you could say it's fatigue, but also it's like when you look back at it, Iron Man 1 was good, Thor 1 was bad.
I like
I like Thor 1.
Thor one's okay.
Thor 1
Oh,
was
fuck me.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, I'll
shit.
continue that thought in a second. We have more.
Thor one is
alcohol.
probably a
Or is it Thor
7.
2? That's
Thor
up-
2 is ass.
That's it.
Yeah.
I
So
think
like they've had misses already in their timeline because the movies were out of order. They weren't like Thor 1, Thor 2. They were like just kind of going like a round robin type rotation.
Yeah.
Like Iron Man 3, everyone was like that was not a good movie, but it was an okay movie. Like that would be mid. That would be. Would you say Captain America?
I liked Iron Man 3. I don't think it's as good as the other two.
I actually think I like Brave New World better than Captain America 1. I'm not gonna lie.
I like Captain America 1 a lot. It's my favorite one actually.
I like Captain America 1 a lot, but I think I don't know. I'll need to rewatch it, but I think Brave New World is still like just like a very competent movie.
I like Captain America 1 because it actually is a war movie, but with superheroes.
I
Like
did like
it
Captain
is.
America.
like it's definitely a take on that genre.
It's a
You know?
genre movie. Like
Yeah.
yeah, I'll say that. Like the MCU, a lot of the times their movies are not genre movies, but with that one in particular, it is. Like that one, Winter Soldier, pretty much.
But, like,
the first two Captain America movies are like very good like genre movies.
Okay, I talked to him about this earlier because he asked me like, do you think Brave New World was like a carbon copy of Winter
Yeah,
Soldier?
yeah.
I don't think so.
It definitely
but I
wasn't.
think the plot beats are like very similar, but in different sequential order.
Yeah,
You know,
it likes to think
That
it's
it's Winter
very
Soldier.
similar to Winter
Yeah.
Soldier. You can tell.
but they both try and fit that same niche in that genre. But I'm like, I don't know. I would have preferred like this would be like Sam Wilson as Captain America would be fucking perfect for like a Mission Impossible style spy thriller.
Yeah,
Like, why don't do that? Like,
yeah.
that would be really fucking cool.
I mean, it sucks that they gave him a Hulk movie instead of a Captain America movie.
Yeah,
I
any
heard it's like
sense.
3 Hulk villains, like 3 Hulk characters.
Yes, every character in that movie is a fucking Hulk character. You ready to take a shot?
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead and knock that out real
No,
quick.
they literally made the joke of him like not being strong. It's not even a joke. Like they just straight up, they just straight up say like he's not strong enough to take down Red Hulk. He's not strong enough to take down the own villain in his film. Like,
Fuck am I here for, bro?
I think this is the last movie before the MCU decided to lock in again because this is like before they restructured
so people
everything.
are- like I mean,
Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, they both look good to me. I have a Daredevil as well.
Daredevil, they put some fucking.
I have a feeling the MCU is going to get good again.
is old man Steve Rogers dead?
I don't
He's just.
I don't think
around.
so.
He's just
Okay, so
around.
okay, this is another thing in the movie.
Wait, let's take the shot first. Sorry.
The timer's.
Oh yeah, I want to make sure.
Timer's timing.
Oh, you already said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. Anyways, Darren, what were you saying?
So remember that scene where Bucky's giving a pep talk to Sam?
Yep.
He's like, "Yeah, there's a reason Cap chose you. It's not because of your strength. It's because your character. And whatever."
I kind
Not
of
because
liked
it's-
it because they were like Captain America inspires people. You have something people can aspire to.
I like
be
that
or
too.
whatever. I like
that was
line.
probably my favorite scene in the whole movie. Honestly, like
Yeah, I wish Bucky was in more of the movie.
I actually felt that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I can be better now. But like, what if it was old man Steve Rogers giving a pep talk?
That would have been better.
Like,
So
100% better.
going into the movie, there was like a in the trailers they had like a funeral scene.
did?
Yeah, there was a funeral in the trailers for the movie. I thought it was going to be Steve Rogers' funeral.
Which would make sense, and before you see the movie.
I thought it was going to be Steve Rogers' funeral, and it was going to start with him dead.
Yeah.
But apparently, in the reshoots, originally, General Ross was supposed to die at the end of the movie. And that was one of the things they changed.
I see.
You know, they have the kind of like rushed scene at the end of the movie where like, they go to like the prison.
The
He's
raft.
like, oh yeah, I decided to step down as president now. And now everyone is united in America again.
I mean, that's fine. It like shows that he's actually cares about.
Yeah, no. So originally he died.
Yeah.
yeah. That's
So that
something
means Sam would have to have beat him.
yeah. Originally he killed the Red Hulk in the movie.
It's fucking stupid.
I don't because that's why it's kind of that awkward thing in the movie where they get like they have him talk him down, they fight, and then he talks him down again, and for some reason it works the second time. That's why it's like a reshoot thing.
Also, that background with the cherry blossom trees was so fucking ugly. Like,
Yeah, it was.
God. So green screen.
I liked Bucky in that movie. The fact that he's
I
running,
did too, but what if it was old man Steve Rogers?
it would have been
You know?
better.
Yeah.
It 100% would have been
Yeah.
better. It's weird that Steve's not in the movie at all.
Yeah.
He should be in the movie in some way as
Yeah.
Captain America 4, and they haven't said where he is. It's been like 3 years in universe, and no one's like confirmed anything about him.
He's probably just living like a geezer with Peggy. Unless
Like, that's totally what Captain America in his old age should be doing, giving pep talks and just inspiring people.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I mean Peggy's
Like-
dead. Peggy's not alive, but
oh, she died
She
already?
died in Winter Soldier.
Oh, his Peggy died in Winter
Yeah.
Soldier?
They like both Captain Americas went to her funeral in Winter Soldier. Old man and current.
Yeah.
They foreshadowed it. There was like an old guy with like he looked very similar.
I don't think they foreshadowed it. I think they just happened to give him.
No,
the
it
same
was
outfit.
planned all along, John.
Oh, okay,
The
my
Russo
fault, you're
brothers
right.
are geniuses.
You're right. Let's go with that.
Did Bucky kill her or what happened?
She just died of old age.
Oh, died of
She was
old age.
fucking 90, dude.
Yeah, he,
Oh,
got,
no,
he
no.
got a phone call. She died, and then he decides to hook up with her granddaughter.
That's what it was. I remember some Peggy
He
related person.
kissed
in
her
there.
niece, okay? It's
Niece,
different.
whatever.
He kissed her. He didn't hook up with her.
On screen.
On screen.
It was on screen.
We don't know what happened.
Kissed her on
behind.
screen.
Yeah.
Hooked up with her off screen.
You know what
Yeah.
happens with her in the Disney Plus shows?
I didn't know she was in a Disney Plus show. Oh no, she's in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
care if I
isn't she?
spoil it at all?
I don't care. I'm not gonna watch it.
She becomes a villain.
What? Why?
She becomes a weapons dealer for the fucking like for international terrorists.
That is such an L niece after your grandmother.
It's such a random thing. They never bring her back up after that either. It's like she's just like oh yeah, she lives in Madripoor now. She's like selling weapons or whatever.
Fuck that.
They never bring her back up again ever. I don't understand why they even did it. I don't know why she was even there. But I feel like Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, all that stuff is going to be a lot better.
I
Fantastic
hope
Four
so,
is
yeah.
probably going to be my highest. The Thunderbolts looks like it might just be like some like I don't want to say like slop, but it might just be like another mid movie. Just like
It looks like a real movie. You know?
Thunderbolts looks good to me.
It looks like a real movie. Like it looks
It looks like
they-
it's actually competently directed.
Yeah.
It looks funny. I'm not gonna. I was thinking about it. I was talking about this with Kiara the other day. I was like, I don't think you've seen a single movie that any of these characters are from, because all of those characters are from like the bad MCU movies.
Black
Yeah.
Widow. Well, no,
Black
Bucky's good.
Widow.
Ant-Man and the
Bucky's the
Wasp.
only one. Bucky's the only one.
Yeah.
Other than that, you have
Black
the villain
Widow,
from Ant-Man and the
Ant-Man
Wasp.
and the Wasp.
Ghost, yeah.
Black Widow.
And then
Falcon and the Winter
from,
Soldier.
Falcon Winter Soldier.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's
That's in
there.
Taskmaster. Does Falcon Winter Soldier have Taskmaster?
That was Widow. Black
Oh
Widow.
no! Taskmaster was also Black Widow. Sorry.
That was? Okay.
So it's 3 Black Widow characters. Oh, Falcon and Winter Soldier's John Stewart.
John Walker.
John Walker.
Yeah.
Walker. Yeah, the U.S. agent guy. Yeah. So like, I don't know. I'm like, that's kind of crazy, but like the fact that it still looks kind of good, despite the fact that it's all just people from like fucking
Yeah.
unwanted MCU movies, is
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
I don't know. The humor just looks like standard MCU.
Yeah, it looks
humor.
like, I would say it looks
But-
I
pretty
think the action stuff
run-of-the-mill.
looks good though.
Yeah, it does. You're right.
Yeah.
Like they look like real sets. And you said they were, so it makes sense.
Yeah, and I mean, even just like the way it's shot. Like I saw someone say this on Twitter the other day. They're like, "Oh yeah, this movie looks gray, but like in a good way."
Yes.
So
Like, it has a Call of
it
Duty.
does. It looks like it's like on purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, everything on there looks like intentional. And even then, like, you know what the villain of the movie is and everything, right?
Like, it's something about the Shadow Master or some shit like that.
I won't spoil it then. But the villain is like something that's like, damn, I don't know how the fuck they're even like.
Yeah, I know they're
begin
like
to
some
overcome
actual
this.
superhero and they're just people.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
basically.
John Walker has super strength, but you know,
Yeah, but it's like,
yeah.
you know who it is. I'm not gonna say who it is just because it's.
I've
not,
seen
like, in
I've seen
trailer.
the trailer. I don't know what the fuck their name is, but they like shadow powers, whatever the fuck.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know who it. I'm just not gonna say who it is. But I don't know. Between like that Fantastic Four and like Superman,
Superman.
which one do you think you're like the most excited for?
Probably
Just, like, out of the
I like
three.
Fantastic Four just because the garlic joke made me more interested in the movie. Cause I told you recently I listened to the thing about the Maker. So like the Fantastic Four has now become like a new interesting like storyline because like I've seen what happens when the family gets fucked up. So I'm kind
I
of
feel like
curious.
they haven't ever really been given like a proper chance. Just because there's not really that many good like Fantastic Four things out
I've
there.
really
But
never
there are
heard
good
anything about them
Superman
until
things
now.
out there.
Yeah,
But
I'm probably the most optimistic about Fantastic Four. I really want to see that one.
I don't know. I'm also
I'm the most excited for Superman personally, but that's just because of Superman, not because like the trailer blew me away like as much as the other two or anything.
The franchise of it is
just the franchise, yeah.
yeah.
But I'm just excited to see like Superman. So,
I'm also just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm like almost equally excited for both. Because with Fantastic Four, I'm kind of like, damn.
I'm excited for all three of them. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's just been so long since like
Yeah, a good
I've been
Superman
excited
movie.
for anything Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, so in June or July, whatever the fuck it is, they have Superman coming out. They have Fantastic Four coming out. And they have the new Jurassic World movie coming out the same month. I like the way that looks. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like the way that movie
Jurassic
looks.
I'm gonna
World,
watch it,
I'm
so.
like, I don't know.
I'm kind of excited for that
man.
month. In
Dude,
general. Like, those
AMC
are three
Stubbs
movies
is
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
hyped
fucking
for.
banger that month.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Like I'm kind of hyped for that month. I'm not gonna lie.
Because all I'm
my
thinking
Stubbs is gonna
like,
be so clutch. Like
Yeah.
like why the
Let me-
second movie was just not good.
Let me preface this, right? I've seen the first 3 Jurassic Park movies. I've seen the first Jurassic World movie. I did not ever see the other 2
I
Jurassic
watched
World
the
movies.
second one,
There's
didn't watch
two?
the third.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I
I did
thought there
not.
was just a second one.
No, I did not see
No.
Fallen Kingdom. I did not see Dominion.
Oh
Domin-
wait, there were 3.
Dominion
Yeah.
made $1 billion.
Are you like was it
Was most of
international?
it domestically?
It has to be
International.
international.
Yeah, international.
Yeah.
It made a shit ton of money though. That's a lot of money for any
was it
movie.
most of the money from domestic like
I think it's overseas.
yeah overseas?
of it
Yeah,
is,
it's
yeah.
international. Regardless, that's a shit ton of money for a
But,
fucking
like-
Jurassic World movie to make. But the new one, I'm actually really excited. Like the direction they're going with it though.
What's the direction? I don't know if I remember the trailer.
So basically, in the trailer, they're going there to, they're like harvesting the dinosaurs for some kind of like basic.
Yeah, elements or some shit.
They're trying to get something to help treat some kind of illness. I forget what it is. But they're going to an island that hasn't been in the other movies yet. This is the island where they actually test the dinosaurs to begin with. This is like the first place they go through and they experiment on the dinosaurs and help create them. So it's like where you have like the fucked up abominations that don't make it to Jurassic Park.
Oh, the rejects.
Yes. So you'll have like fucking, and I don't know like how far they're going into this or not, but they had like, I saw someone had like a really good theory about this. They have like an accurate Spinosaurus, which was the villain in like Jurassic Park 3, I guess. It's typically like depicted as more like T-Rex like.
Oh, really?
But it's actually a 4-legged dinosaur. And the new one, they're actually 4-legged and everything because of that. But the main thing is there's like a monster called the D-Rex. Yeah, I know. I forget what it actually stands for. But like, you know how they had like the Indominus Rex or whatever in Jurassic World? This one is like a completely fucking like abomination. Like this shit is not even like recognizable as a dinosaur.
Okay.
Because it's just like that
Genetically fucked
experimented
up,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just like that completely fucked up. And I kind of like the concept of that, like leaning into like the genetic like
The horrors of playing God.
They tried to go that
fucking
route
up.
with Jurassic World,
They're
but
not really. Like they kind of went without the Indominus Rex,
Yeah.
but they
But that
didn't
just-
really
just
go
made
like that
they
into
literally
it.
did like the Ben 10 thing where it was like, I just made the T-Rex but better, haha.
Have you seen what it looks like?
no, I've seen the trailer, but I don't remember the.
It looks like a
D-Rex.
Rancor. It literally looks like a Rancor fused with like the fucking alien queen or some shit like that. Like it's like a big blind like it has like 2 legs and then 2 little arms like a T-Rex.
Ew.
Yeah. But like I kind of like that though because I think that makes sense. Like if you were to my whole thing has always
I'd
been
be lying if I said it wasn't cool looking.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like my whole thing with like Jurassic Park and like Jurassic World and shit like that, I feel like they take like the really lame way out. Like, I'm sorry, I'm here for the dinosaurs. I don't give a fuck if you're bringing back the people from the first movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is not Goldblum.
This is not in game. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But like with Jurassic Park, I think you can really lean into like the horror aspect of everything, and then it'll work really well.
The novels do.
Yeah. But with that one, I don't think they're really leaning into the horror aspect of it. That's my like biggest complaint.
You
about
said
the
that, and
trailer.
then I watched the trailer, and I didn't get that vibe.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
it looks very like comedic or whatever from the trailer. I'm
It
kind
reminds
of
me of a Marvel movie. It's like they take themselves
Yeah.
seriously, but there are quips in between.
yeah.
you know?
I'm kind of hoping it's just like that in the trailer. Because you know, like some movies, they just have like really fucking bad trailers.
Yeah.
Like Transformers 1, that movie just had like a
I've never
really
seen
bad
Transformers 1
trailer.
That movie was
a banger.
It
Dude.
was, but I don't know. I didn't even see their trailer. I just watched it with my dad.
The trailers for Transformers 1 were so bad. They were so cringy. It was just like random talking of like, I'm badassatron. Like they'll like focus in on that
Transformers
joke.
1. I was thinking of the Michael Bay Transformers.
No, like Transformers 1. Like the
yes,
movie
they
called
were
Transformers 1.
cringy. Yes, they were.
Yeah, like all
cringy.
the trailers for that movie. I don't know. It was just like it felt very like kiddie.
Yeah, it
I
did. It
guess.
did.
I went into it expecting it to be kitty, and then Megatron is like fucking spouting about starting a fascist regime. And he's fucking tears the guy in half. I'm like, this is awesome. This is the
Dude,
best movie ever. Holy shit.
Transformers
I like
1
when
was
the-
so surprisingly
God,
good. I'm really hoping that's what's going on with Jurassic World because I feel like just looking at it, I'm like, okay, so this is a 7 out of 10, just like from the trailer or whatever. But I'm like, okay, there's like that little part of me that like little 5 to 10% of my little heart that grew up loving dinosaurs. I'm just like, dude, this could be like that 9.5 to 10 out of 10 if they really wanted to.
They could low key. This could be like the end game of dinosaur movies, where they just bring back a resurgence, or like you know how like funny if Kendrick Lamar now has 3 songs on the top Billboard 100. That's just like the first artist to ever do that ever.
which is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They might bring back, like, we might be back. All my little like dinosaur guys and gals, we might be back. We might
I've been
be so
getting a
back.
shit ton of dinosaur TikToks.
I mean, dinosaurs are never gone.
They kind of were though.
They were though.
How often did you see people like actually like talking about like how much they fuck with dinosaurs and stuff?
I didn't fuck with
my
that. How many
girlfriend
dinosaurs
loves
are made in
dinosaurs.
media?
That's your girlfriend. I mean, like,
But
just
also
in general.
like Animal Planet, the dinosaurs. No, it was Apple TV. Apple TV, the dinosaurs. Like it was Planet Earth.
no one has
dinosaurs.
Apple TV.
Well, I
That's
pirated
true.
it and I watched it. And it was really fucking good. So
You didn't support the dinosaur thing. That's why they don't make them anymore, Derek.
whatever, I don't want to buy Apple TV, bro.
Dude, that's the problem. No one wants to. It's okay. I'm
That's
watching.
their fault, not mine.
It's okay. I'm watching Severance totally legally right now. I get it.
Which one was Severance?
Is that the Apple TV thing? Like the new one that's like really popular? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was
it's
the
not even
Gorge.
new. The fucking first season came out like 3 years ago.
Dude, I'm
apparently.
seeing like so many memes about it. It's not
Yeah.
new.
No, like the second season is, but the first
Oh,
season
yeah.
came out like fucking 3 years ago or something at this point.
What's Severance about? I know the Gorge because everyone keeps trying to make me watch the Gorge.
Severance, I think it's probably like Apple TV's biggest show. It's basically like, from what I understand, I've only seen the first episode, right?
Okay.
I need to watch more of it. But from what I understand, there's basically like, imagine you have work, right? Like basically imagine your day right now.
Yeah.
Imagine if when you went to work, your memories were completely blocked off.
You couldn't think
And when you
about when I
came-
lived life at home.
Yes. So
Dude, I actually always wanted that.
So basically, that's exactly what Severance is.
Yeah.
So you have a work you and a home you.
But it's the
I've always
same
wanted that.
person.
It's the same person, but there's no overlap. There's no memories that cross over at all. You don't know what the fuck the real you is doing because the second you leave, you're back to normal you. And same thing, you could be like, what the fuck? I have a black eye. What happened at work today? Like some shit like that. Like, dude, I have no idea what the fuck happened at work today. And then you just go home and it's like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna chill, watch TV, go to work. Cool. Go home, chill, watch TV, and that's it. So there's one of you who's like entire day is just doing nothing but manual labor, and there's another one who's just doing nothing but going home and chilling.
Yeah.
But it's the same you.
Okay.
That's what Severance is about, from what I understand.
But if you gain knowledge from work, does it not like carry over?
Ooh, like if you
No,
learn
it
the
doesn't.
skill. Oh wow.
So one's just fucking brain rot. And the other is like
That's what the cliffhanger at the end of episode 1 is there's like a guy who comes up to him at a diner and he's like, hey dude, I'm your best friend at work. I got fired a long time ago. There's some shit that's going on. You have to like all this stuff. So it's like telling him like, hey, I know you. You probably don't believe me, but I'm your best friend. Like shit like that. That's what.
Oh, so everybody has like a
Two
work and a
personalities.
personal life.
Yes, there's like it's called like the Severance program. Everyone in that department has the same stuff. They're all like going through like doing like really extremely tedious stuff. Like they're going through and just like analyzing like literally like binary like data shit. I don't know. It seems really interesting. I'm kind of like down to watch it. It's really well directed from what I've seen too. Like all the shots and everything are just like really well done. But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to go through and actually see all of it. Apple TV though, just in general, it's kind of like I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like the black sheep of the streaming stuff.
Why
like,
would
no
I
one-
pay for this?
That's what I'm saying. Like no one ever does it. From what I've seen, there's like good stuff though. Like I see a lot of people talk about Monarch and stuff. A lot of people like Monarch.
I've never even heard of it till now.
It's the Godzilla show. It's
That's an Apple? I thought it was an HBO.
it's Apple. It's a spinoff of like King of the Monsters and stuff like that, like Godzilla x Kong, like all the Warner Brothers
It's not a
movies.
spin-off. It's in the same universe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so why is it on HBO?
I don't know.
sold it probably.
Because HBO doesn't make any money. I don't know.
Damn.
It's the same reason Dune is on Netflix right now. I have no idea.
Dune is on Netflix.
Which is crazy to me. The fact that they don't even bother trying to like get you to sign up for their stuff anymore. It's just like, yeah, you'll sign up for fucking like Love Island or Temptation Island or whatever the fuck and just kind of call it a day. And that's basically it.
Yep.
Watch like the TLC part of it.
Okay. I feel like we've been talking about Marvel too much.
Probably.
So, like, this is episode 100 of the podcast. Do you guys have any, like, moments?
It's not 100. It's 52.
It's 1 year.
It's been a year.
It's the 1 year anniversary.
Oh my God.
100 would be kind of crazy.
I'm getting my fucking
Moments.
You're
mixed
ahead of
up.
yourself.
Yeah,
You're ahead of
I'm
yourself.
living in the future. But yeah, this is the not 100. This is the 1 year anniversary. So we've been doing this podcast for a year. You guys have any like podcast moments you recount?
Alfonso Bucks was pretty cool.
Alfonso Bucks is like episode 2.
That was episode 2.
That's crazy.
Yes, that was pretty fun.
Bro was so happy. He's so confident in his Alfonso Bucks.
Dude, it's gonna go to the moon. I swear.
In episode 2 of the Scat Cast, he talked about Alfonso Bucks. This motherfucker said he was going to make his own currency and go through and do all
And I
that
would
shit.
replace it with the U.S. dollar, and it would be amazing. And I would be rich, but you would also be rich. So it would be a win-win scenario. You guys, all the listeners should invest now.
I don't know.
Alfonso Bucks.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of fuck with your impressions from, I
That
think,
was
like,
pretty
episode,
Dude, that was my
Yeah.
least favorite podcast one, probably.
like episode 5 or 6.
It was like a funny concept, and then in reality, I'm like, this is kind of cringe. I don't know.
Hi, Mrs. Neutron. Or whatever the fuck.
Oh, mama.
Okay, the Johnny Bravo running for president shit was actually genius.
That's what I'm saying. That's hard.
You know, I made that up entirely. But then,
Yeah.
like, a couple months ago, I actually found a YouTube channel that, like, made noob Johnny Bravo episodes. And then they made one that was a parody of the 2016 election where Johnny Bravo is running for president against, like, a very qualified woman. And then he just, like, hits on her the entire time during the presidential debates. And then he wins the election. And then she's just like, what kind of fucking dumbass would vote for, like, an overconfident, like, man whore with like amazing like with like mediocre hair, like blonde hair, and then blah blah blah, like basically describing like people think of Trump.
Yeah.
And then he wins the election, and she's just like, for fuck's sake. I think it was Mashed that made that.
MASH.
Probably.
Let me look it up.
MASH, I like their Sonic animations. Like, there's something wrong about Amy.
Dude, I love their podcast they do. Like they
have a podcast?
Yeah, they have a it's like Joe Rogan but with Donkey Kong.
Yeah. We had like
What the
Shadow and other
fuck?
characters
Yeah,
on it.
okay, wait.
The Donkey Kong Experience.
I've never heard of
Yeah,
this.
yeah, exactly. DK Experience.
Yeah, I actually do. Like, they talk about guns. Like,
Oh no, it's AOK. What is AOK?
AOK was the old one. MASH
I
is
fuck
the
with
new
Johnny
one now.
Bravo. I can't lie.
I don't know what AOK is. Like literally the letters A, O, and K.
I don't know what it stands for,
But they made these Johnny Bravo animations, and they're really funny.
It was an old animation thing. It wasn't under Smosh. It was a different branch.
But yeah, Mash's DK experience, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
This one with Shadow. He just talks about guns and being edgy the whole time and selling merch.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I don't like participating in capitalism, but you gotta admit it's kind of fun. He wears the trucker hat.
So you have this gun that shoots coconuts at like the velocity of a bullet, right?
See, this guy fires a high caliber. It's gonna blow up like a fucking watermelon-sized thing through your skull. Like, it's like a 3-parter too. It's pretty funny.
Shadow's so goated, dude.
Yeah,
For real.
He's so real.
Oh god, he is. Shadow's the realest nigga out there. If
It's crazy
Shadow
that he's
said the
Keanu
N-word,
Reeves.
no one would say anything. They all be
like
like,
before we started filming, did y'all see KJ's gun?
Yeah.
yo, that
Toast
shit
so
was
awesome.
crazy.
Our roommate got a shotgun.
Yeah, I was just stripping off my clothes like after work, and then he like walks upstairs like, "Yo, Darren, don't be freaked out, but I got a gun." And I popped my head and I was like, "No way, that's awesome!" And I just walk out there. I'm like, "Dude, this is so cool."
Dude, he fucking...
And it's his first
It's a
gun. It's
pump
like a
shotty,
shotgun,
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was showing us earlier and he was like, this motherfucker needs to learn how to handle a gun properly. I'm sorry.
Okay, was his finger on the trigger?
Yes! Dude, he fucking pointed it at Alfonso!
With his finger on the trigger.
Yes!
It was empty.
It was
I mean,
empty.
it's cleared and it's empty. I get that, but you're not supposed to.
His friend
ever...
had to show us it was cleared. He didn't
Yeah.
know how to show us it was cleared.
God.
Well, his friend owned like 20 guns, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I
This
know.
is
I
his
get
first
that.
gun, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, dude, okay, just like out of habit, don't point that at us.
And you're not
okay?
supposed to have your finger on the trigger.
No,
ever.
I was like, yeah, okay, move your finger, please.
Yeah, because the Alec Baldwin situation, no one wants to end up like that.
Yeah, no, I was like, dude,
Right,
chill.
bro.
I was like, please
But hey,
practice.
And
like,
then he was like, "Yeah, I gotta buy bullets for it sometime." And I was like, "Don't you mean shells?" He's like, "No, dude, bullets. It's a shotgun."
it's he'll learn. It's okay.
He'll learn.
He'll learn. He'll get there.
He'll pick it up.
Any other podcast moments where it's Alfonso Bucks the peak?
Alfonso
Honest-
Bucks, the fucking
The pinnacle.
the pinnacle.
The Luke's the Goon Island shit was fun when we had some
That was a really funny episode. That was so far one of the funniest.
Yeah,
And it was
that
only
was
episode
like-
like 12.
Episode 10, I think, actually.
Yeah, something like
It was
that.
pretty much just us the entire time going through and just.
Dude, I asked him what his masturbation habits were.
Yeah, he told us all the time he was there.
think he was honest
Airbnb
about
was
it.
dad, and he like was trying to get. He had like a
Someone,
4-hour
if you're
session
listening,
in.
you made that episode. That was so fucking
Someone
funny. And
was
thank you for
goated.
like following the scripts. Like, oh my god.
Yes. Oh, man. We've had some great people on this podcast, too.
That was a cool one. What was another? Yeah, the impressions with Justin were pretty fun. What else did we do? We did some kind of like trivia with Josh a while back.
We did do trivia with Josh.
We just kind of shit talked with Jazz, and that was fun.
We did.
The dad episode, that one didn't get a lot of views, but
Dude, that's like the only one I wasn't there for.
Oh, yeah.
but like that like has a special place in my heart. You know,
The
what I mean?
That
weird
was very
ones.
special for y'all.
Yeah,
The weird ones. We had Alfonso's stepdad and my dad on there. We made fucking
Pepto
10
Wing
Bismol
creations.
wings. Was that the day you almost burnt the house down?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was.
'Cause I got back from my vacation. and I
your
was-
Instapod saved us so valiantly.
Alfonso
It
almost
gave us
burnt the
life for
house
this.
down to make wings for the podcast, and then we made
Because he was boiling oil while taking a fucking shower.
we had Pepto Bismol wings. What a
Those
wonderful!
were crazy. The chocolate wings were actually like
the
pretty
chocolate
good.
wings were good. I'm not
I'm
gonna
not
lie.
gonna hold you.
Those were
not-
fine.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
I really like the chocolate wings.
yeah.
The Yakub episode.
That
remember
was
that a
silly
lot.
as shit. And then the one with who got hit with the doohickey? Who got hit? That
Oh,
was,
Shinto
Shinzo
Abe.
Abe.
and the Church of
Yeah.
Unification, all that
Yeah,
shit. That was
that
crazy.
was a good episode too.
Yeah.
One of our first videos on YouTube was the Helen Keller situation is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think our very first one was the Ryan one, wasn't it?
Yes.
On YouTube,
It was
yes.
like something about
Yes.
Garfield in the universe.
Yeah, because we just started like
Anime, just stuff.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
mean, we're talking about like Cowboy Bebop and stuff. We
Volgun,
talked
Trigun,
about Gurren
Trigun.
Lagann. And then, yeah, we pretty much just started going into like the fucking cosmos.
And
the-
Garfield being an Eldritch
Did you
Lord.
title
Yeah.
the last episode "His Flirting is a Crime"?
yes.
That's my first time seeing it.
It's
Yeah,
not a
we
crime. It's
52 episodes. If you went through and you actually like accumulated the entire show into like one long thing, you'd have like a fucking over 100-hour Scat Cast marathon.
yeah.
It's a lot of my life.
That's what I'm saying. That's a long portion of our lives.
Yeah.
That shit is documented.
That astrology episode with your sister was really fucking cool, though.
That was
Yeah.
cool.
That almost made me a believer.
Almost got me.
Almost.
You weird pixie people.
But I mean, I don't know. It's kind of crazy that like 52 episodes over an hour per life, of our life per episode or whatever, has been dedicated just like sitting together at a table, fucking just like
Shooting the shit.
just going through and doing everything that way. This is the Scat Cast.
Oh, I love you guys.
This is a bit
I love
fun.
you guys.
Despite what I say when I'm sober, I love you guys.
No, Darren. Despite what I say, I love your mom too.
Son,
Darren.
I only love
nice
you when
one.
there's alcohol in my system. I'm sorry.
Damn.
My normal
shit.
day-to-day life, I just want to strangle you.
How long do we have until that timer goes?
That's what I'm looking for right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm like
Guys.
terrified, dude.
Like preemptively, I'm gonna pass this to y'all.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's gotta happen soon, right?
I mean, it's 30 seconds. Might as well just
30 seconds.
Man, start that shit again.
yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
I'm having a great time right now,
I am too.
dude. I had a fucking rough day. Well, not a rough. I just had a day. I don't know.
You had.
Ah.
I mean, you did see some guy fucking helicopter his cock around your
That's not even
face.
the worst thing I saw today. Actually, this kind of leads into like what I. Actually, no, it doesn't.
What were you gonna say?
Fuck. Let's take a
Alright.
shot first.
I did it, but I reset it, so like we're already back on.
It's
time
gonna take a
again.
turn.
So it just didn't go off, but we
my
did
God.
I
it.
had like a core memory today.
Dude, I just bit through the fucking lid instead of opening it.
Oh my god,
I can taste the alcohol through the lid.
that's not good. What's this, shot number 4?
Is it?
I mean, these are like fucking 2 shots, dude. Like, no one pours a shot like that.
Yeah. I got it open.
Oh,
After this, I really need to use the bathroom, dude.
You know what? Take
Don't
a break.
break the
We'll take a little
seal,
intermission.
don't break the seal. That's when it goes GG's. Honestly,
Are y'all ready?
yeah.
Let's just imagine we
Clink.
To more scat.
to more Scat.
Guys.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
My fault. I felt like throwing it.
All right, intermission. Go use the restroom.
Oh my god. Oh god.
TV was such a cool concept when it's like crazy to think that like just 70 years ago, all this shit that we have now was just coming
Dude,
out.
this is an evolution of like TV. That's crazy.
Yeah. They're like, yo, what if we just made this shit in a box?
Dude, like the TV is crazy. It's such a great invention. Like that was like some of the like
It's cutting edge technology.
those were like the first time people have ever seen a president. You know what I mean? Like on
Think
TV.
about the photograph. You literally just now documented time. We've
Yeah.
never like had a way besides like the fucking pyramids to like say, hey, this was a person that existed in this moment in time.
Wasn't like one of the first ever photos like some dude and his cat?
Yeah, something like that. Cat photos have all been popular.
Yeah. And then
Dude,
like
we're pretty
Civil
amazing.
War was like the first like wide scale use of like photography.
Yes.
That's
And
kinda
then,
crazy.
yeah, because it was like the Red Cross or some shit was taking pictures of that, and I'm like, hey, look at this. Not pretty cool.
Wasn't there a picture of Lincoln during like the Gettysburg Address? But it's like so fucking blurry. You like might as well title it anything you want.
Yeah. Honestly, the more I think about it, like we're at such a different point than our ancestors were. Like we wouldn't like. I'm not super religious, but the idea that the world would be inherited by the meek makes logical sense. Meek meaning like you're very much like calm. The whole point of Christianity is like the original version that Jesus died on was like, hey, even if they hate you, die peacefully. Don't be violent. Like you're supposed to take the L.
Yeah.
But like because you get rewarded in heaven. Like we're kind of getting to that point societally because we live in a relative age of peace. Like people just don't want to die for random shit anymore. We want to just like, watch our TikToks and iPhones and just like live a happy life. No one wants to do all this random ass hard bullshit and be mean to each other. That's like being mean and aggressive takes energy. And like we're not bred for laziness.
I don't know.
but we're
I feel
bred
like we
for,
also live in a
peace.
age where like hate is like more alive than ever. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's more weaponized, but it's
Yeah,
less
yeah.
like it's weaponized socially. It's not
more
weaponized.
contagious now too, though. That's the thing. Hate is more contagious now.
That's only because we're tribal. We're a tribal species. Like we've always been a tribal species. Like the reason why like the Sneetches to me is like such a like it's a silly book, but such a like I don't like Dr. Seuss was spitting. The Sneetches is probably like the only book that I could really argue and say like this will always define why racism and just prejudice will be a thing. Because as long as there is a defining difference between two things, like between two people, we'll always say one is better than the other. We are that guy. We inherently do that. And so like hate is just the easiest vehicle to prove that something is better. Because if you hate it, it means that it is wrong and you are right. Mm-hmm. And no one likes being wrong. So if you can figure out why you hate it, if you can convince people to hate it, without sounding too drunk, it's like we need the Sneetches to function. Like the reason we got to space was because we hated Russian people.
Yeah, I mean, he's not
We
wrong.
literally got to space just because
At least on the moon.
Well,
yeah.
competition breeds ingenuity.
Yes,
You know?
that's hate.
Yeah.
If you love your neighbor, you're like, you know what? We can do that later. We can do that tomorrow after the peace pipe and the orgy.
Yeah,
But if you
absolutely.
hate a nigga, no, we're doing this tonight now. You know?
Yeah.
I think there's both sides of that as well. I think there's a biological aspect of us that
Well, yeah, survival of the fittest. If you're just a better nigga at doing the thing,
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
Part of us wants to be separated into different categories so that we're chosen over other people and stuff like that.
Such a crazy.
it's a superiority complex.
But
Yeah.
I would also say that there's a biological aspect of us that wants to be with other people too.
Yeah, we're social creatures like wolves.
Yeah.
Well, you literally can't live alone.
You
Yeah.
go crazy.
Yeah.
You
Well,
crash
like, even
out.
outside of that, like if you have someone help you out when you're like, I don't know, fighting like a saber-toothed tiger or some shit like that. That's
Make the job way easier.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
you're twice as efficient if you have a second person with
Yeah.
you, like to do any
But your
job.
number one predictor of your lifespan is your friend circle.
Exactly.
Yes, we
know?
talked about that.
So it's kind of like a biological, like, you know, push and pull where part of us
understands that
wants
numbers
to have a reason to be divided with people, but the other part of us wants to have a reason to be connected with people.
apes together
to have that
strong, but
existence.
also fuck apes type shit.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of those where it's like, yeah, if you have like different ideologies, you're gonna want to be different with them. But if you're like a similar ideology to someone, you're gonna like really lock in and try to be like, oh yeah, he's just like me for real. You know,
Yeah,
shit
but
like
that's
that.
what we want. We want to be understood.
We
and
just
I-
like
yeah.
people like us and hate people that aren't like us. I don't know.
They're not like us.
Yeah.
They're not like us. They're not like us. That's crazy. He made a whole song about that shit and then performed it at the Super Bowl for that exact
he made
reason.
this song about
he made
a song about the
racism thing. Yeah,
human condition. Yo, Kendrick is such a trendsetter.
Kendrick is fire.
But no, like for real though, I think it's weird. Not weird, but like back to the whole point of like being inherited by the meek. I think we're just kind of getting to the point where like we're all gonna become hippies, and it's just like, man, that's just not. Because I'll say it like this: when you think of like alien species, you either think of like Mars attack aliens, or you think of like the ones who are just like formless and shapeless. Like, yeah, we don't believe in violence because it's just useless.
I never think of those aliens. I always think about
everyone thinks of the fucking Mars attacks.
Yeah, I always think about like the humanity will triumph and stomp out the alien skunk type shit.
Well, there are two interpretations, and I've seen enough of both to where I'm like, that only happens in like a Jesus
I
mentality.
mean, like
type
take the Mass Effect approach. You either want to fuck him or you want to kill him.
some bad alien bitches out there. I don't know.
I mean, that's one approach. Yeah.
I mean, if you can't beat them, join them. You know what I mean?
You can't beat him.
Breed 'em.
Yeah.
Beat
I
to
mean,
him.
Exactly.
Alien porn might be like some of the newest shit we get in like 2099.
Gonna ask, what's the most abstract do you think you could go?
Abstract in what context?
Physiology.
If I'm fucking like a
Most
creature,
abstract in physiology.
Yes.
like
Like gaseous,
like anything from regular
inhuman.
show to Adventure
a
Time.
gaseous species.
I could probably do Princess Bubblegum. That'd be whatever.
Just a lady, dude.
What?
she's
That's the most
gummy.
abstract like life form you can think of.
You're like, oh yeah,
She's
I'll just get a woman.
But she's got me.
She's like, she's just a lady but pink. Which is pink. What the fuck you mean?
It's stretchy.
Dude, all of it is pink.
I don't know if I could do. Could you do LSP? Could you do
That's what I
LSP?
was saying. I think the most abstract life form is something made out of gas.
Give me a couple
what I
more
mean?
shots in. I got you.
Oh my god.
Jonathan.
These loves. Oh shit, that's crazy.
What else? Could you fuck candy as a concept?
Candy as a concept? What fucking candy are we talking about? There's so many candy out there.
Like, could you dig down a fucking peppermint butler or like the cinnamon bun? But it was a woman. It was a woman's cinnamon bun.
There's a woman cinnamon bun.
Well, then, could you like with that?
Dude, have you seen the Hug Wolf clips, but they censored the word hug?
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I'm gonna fuck you.
Yeah, like, they bleep out the word hug, so it just sounds like Finn is going like. No, it's funny because like the cinnamon roll comes up to him and is like, Finn, if you're gonna like fuck me, like don't fuck me so hard like you did last night. My love handles hurt.
It's crazy that Cinnamon Bun ends up with Flame Princess in that show.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Whoa.
He's like old as shit too.
Is he? I mean, I think all the candy people are actually.
Yeah,
to be
she's
fair.
they're as old as bubblegum.
Well, not as old. She made them, so.
If God
She's
existed.
their mom.
No,
Okay, if
LSP is
God-
not a candy. LSP is not a candy.
Except Princess Bubblegum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying, I mean, what do you mean if God exists?
Like, okay, so God
I'm
made
not
Adam.
as old as God.
But no, imagine if
Adam's not as old as God.
Adam's not as old as God, but he's probably the second closest thing to the age of God. Everyone in Candy
Get
Kingdom is
angels
Adam.
first.
Okay, the angels, whatever. Fuck it, I don't. You know
Yes,
what
he has like thousands of fucking millions of people before then.
Yeah, she has millions of angels. She's already made it. I mean, age doesn't really matter in this universe because they're all made by a fucking nuke and
That's
magic.
a hot take.
Bro said age don't matter. That's
I
crazy.
mean,
It doesn't matter because they're in a nuclear apocalypse, so there's no laws.
That's why we never give him any shots, dude.
that's not what I meant. For the record. But I'm just saying.
You remember that scene where Princess Bubblegum get like de-aged? She's
Yeah,
13.
she became like
Yeah.
his age.
And then Ice King goes, "Oh man!" and just turns around.
he's down for that.
He's real. He's a goat.
W Ice, he has standards. I
Yeah.
like when a villain has standards. That is such a
Like when the
satisfying.
villain isn't a fucking pedophile.
Ice King and fucking like Doofenshmirtz, I think, or something like the most fucking, like,
ethical villains.
just like the most like stand-up guys who happen to be villains. You know, what I mean?
Yeah.
They're both just chill as fuck.
and they both have like those nasally voices. Funny enough,
Yeah, I could be good friends with Doofenshmirtz. I'm not
Say,
gonna lie.
I would love to have a conversation
low
with
key,
him.
I
Yeah.
could be. He could give me like a doohickey. I was just like, just don't put a self-destruct button on it, my nigga, and we're good.
He's, you know, he's gonna fucking sneak one on there
he's gonna
somewhere.
sneak one on there. The one time he did it was with his evil self, dude. Okay, the Phineas and Ferb crossover episode, the Cross the Second Dimension, was like my favorite.
That was pretty peak.
That was a good one.
Dude,
That
remember
was
when he
hype.
turned himself into a fucking platypus?
When did that happen?
What? Oh yeah,
Well,
I do
when
remember.
Doofenshmirtz made himself do a platypus?
He like fought
was like-
Perry while
Yes,
he was the
like, I
platypus.
became
Yeah.
my greatest enemy. Doofenshmirtz the platypus.
He just like.
We had a platypusinator.
Oh my god.
How many different innators does this dude have?
How
One for every episode,
how many
yeah.
episodes of Phineas and Ferb?
And they had a song for every episode.
That's kind of crazy, isn't it?
I appreciate that,
I saw
though.
someone talking about that earlier. They're like, what was it? It was like someone was saying how many different like, you know, like every single song in Phineas and Ferb is like goated, and they're like, you're not talking about like all the different ones that are like filler episodes and like.
But you don't remember the
filler
good
songs.
ones, and that's what matters. They had some
I think
fucking bangers.
Almost every song in Phineas and Ferb is a banger. I'm not gonna lie.
I remember their Chinese episode when they did like the ancient like dynasty thing.
Chinese episode.
They had like it was because just
I've
in
never
terms of,
seen
like,
that.
It was like
It was like Chinese Phineas and Chinese Ferb.
it was like
Harry the
it-
Platypus, my
it was like
Chinese
Sam-
enator.
it was Asian. It was what? It was West. It was Eastern. It was Eastern based. It was like either an ancient. It was like it was closer to like Mulan. It was like a Mulan-ish episode.
But were they all Chinese?
No, but it was like. It was definitely Eastern. I don't know if it was Chinese or Japanese, but it was definitely like one of those.
But like, were
two.
they all like all of a sudden Asian?
No, they just had archetypes from that culture.
Ferb, I know what we're going
They all were like, what are archetypes in their culture? They all were, like,
he was
rice
a
hats or
Doofenshmirtz
something? Like,
was
what
a
do you mean?
mage. Perry was a dragon, and they were like walking in bamboo forest. Fucking Buford was some kind of like Asian like mythical creature. It was
You know that fucking meme? It's like the dude who just died and went to heaven, and he's like talking to God, and he's like, no, it's okay. I wasn't expecting it to all be Chinese.
Oh my god, he's right.
You know what I'm talking? Did you see the episode? I forget what it was called, but that was a fun one. I liked it.
Dude, that's kind of crazy. It's like I'm just like imagining like that one cutaway gag of like Peter when he's like African.
Yes, I love that one.
Thankfully, they're just Phineas and Ferb characters. There are no squinty eyes. They just have rice hats on.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, they actually gave him rice hats.
Holy shit.
What was the episode called?
Doof Dynasty.
Yeah, Doof Dynasty. That's what it was.
It really reminds me of that family cutaway gag. I'm not gonna lie.
I think another one I really liked was when they went around the entire world and like the summer solstice one
It's
was
just them with
really
rice
good.
hats.
Yeah, that one. The summer solstice one is probably my favorite one because that's the only time Phineas crashed. Like, we're not gonna fucking make it in time. What the fuck? I was like,
Nah, in
yo.
the Marvel one, he crashed out too.
I didn't see the Marvel one.
Dude,
I
in
remember the Marvel one.
In
That was
the
hype.
Marvel one, he fucking screams at Candace.
Really?
He's like gets pissed off. He's like, "Get the fuck out of here! Give me your badge. Get the fuck. You're not welcome here anymore."
Oh, it's 11:35. Bro.
We have to stop the Red Skull from turning the entire country to Nazis or whatever the fuck it was about. Oh God.
And my John is over here.
No, I thought he was gonna toss another one. Please.
Oh my god, going in the oh my god, I got work tomorrow. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, isn't it crazy doing this on a night where we have work?
Yeah.
I chose tonight because I didn't have work tomorrow. Sorry, guys.
Well, speak for yourself. I mean,
Today's the day.
Sorry, Nas. I might skip on the gym tomorrow.
Low-key.
I think you'll need the gym tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie. You know, like the FNAF "My Name Is Edwin" thing.
I heard about it, but I just saw that.
Yo, for those of y'all
are you
listening,
talking about?
like Google up the American Honey logo. I swear to God, this motherfucker looked like Edwin.
This
bro.
one's
I mean,
hard to
Wild Turkey?
open and I'm drunk. Help.
Dog.
Wild Turkey is the brand.
Are you
Dude,
the
Wild
man?
Turkey's the brand. I swear to God, this dude looked like Edwin, dude.
I can't open this. I need to
You couldn't open it. Hold on.
Oh,
to
never
know.
mind. I thought you were capable. I'm sorry.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh,
Oh,
I just got mogged.
this happened at work to me today too.
What happened at work? You got drunk?
No, this dude couldn't open up the gate. My helper, he's cool. He couldn't open up the gate, and I just walked up to him.
dude,
And
can I talk
opened
about
it.
work right now?
If you want to?
It wasn't even work. It was my internship.
You were gonna tell a story, weren't you?
Let's clink.
Clink.
Clinkety clink clink.
Jesus fuck. It is GG's for me, brother.
Dude. So, for those listening who don't know, I have an internship at a hospital, and I work with a bunch of nurses. But today I had my first code blue.
What's code blue?
Not a code brown, I hope.
Like, they're not breathing, or like they're
Oh, fuck.
yeah. So
I was not expecting that.
like, I'm the one who called it too. Like it was like literally right place, right time.
Oh my God.
It's like I go in there, I say hi with a smile, and I'm like, I'm just gonna take your vitals for like the evening. And he's just like, okay, cool. And he's like smiling, and his wife's talking to me while his wife is talking to me. He like looks off into the distance and starts going like,
He just dies in front of you casually.
What the fuck?
and I'm like, wait. I'm like, are you okay, sir? I'm like shaking him. He's like not responding. And then I put on the pulse ox on him, and he's like, it's like loading for a while. I'm like, oh shit. So I still feel a pulse, and he's still breathing because he's going like. And then his wife gets up and is like, oh my God, is he dying? And they're like both 80. It was like really fucking sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so then she starts crying, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna run out of here right now. So then I run out, and I like find the first person I see. I'm like, yo, this guy's not responding to me. And then she walks in, and then while she like replaces me, I go to like the nurse's station. I'm like, yo, like this room is not awake.
No one's
like,
breathing.
Like,
He's not-
he's breathing, but he's like not responding to me. Like he is going through something's wrong. So then they go check it out, and then I go back in there, and I'm just like, holy shit, he might actually be dying. This is crazy. And then all of a sudden, fucking, like I look down and I look up, and there's 15 people in the room. Like there's nurses, there's doctors, there's rapid response who came down preemptively because he was on a telemonitor, and the monitor room called rapid response, telling them that he was in VTAC, which means his like ventricles were going crazy of his heart. So they came down like preemptively before I even caught it. And then so like when I told the nursing station, the secretary called the code blue. So then everybody started rushing to that room, and I look up and I'm just like, holy fuck, there's a shit ton of people here. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And then one of the nurses is like, yeah, we got to get vital stat. So I'm like, okay. I start looking around and I'm like unwadding the fucking the blood pressure cuff, and then she's just like, come on, dude, we got to go fast. And she like takes it from me and does it for me. I'm just like, oh shit, okay, this is like beyond me. So I look up and there's like doctors popping up. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna walk out. Like this is like beyond me. So then I walk out and I'm just like, fuck, that was embarrassing. I'm like, I was like not prepared for that.
I mean, you called the code blue though.
Yeah,
I mean,
I did what I was supposed to do. And then I walked out, and then like the first person I see is like my nursing manager, like the manager of that floor, and she's like, "Dude, D, nice call." She like gives me a high five.
Yeah.
And there's like other nurses being like, "Yo, Darren, nice call. That's a good one, a good catch." Like, you know what I mean? Like you did what you're supposed to do, good job. And I'm just like kind of like freaking out. I'm like,
Yeah, you helped save a life.
that was
at
like
the
literally
same time.
today.
Yeah.
That was like 6 hours ago.
What ended up like happening with it?
That was like no, that was like 8 hours.
Is he
ago.
okay?
Yeah, they ended up restabilizing him, and they just immediately brought him to the ICU.
So I mean, it sounds like you did kind of save his life there.
Yeah,
No,
I did.
think
Like-
for you with the nurse thing, I feel like she was just like, it's
No, I apologized to her later. I went up to that nurse that took the shit from me, and I was like, I'm sorry if I like freaked you out. And she's like, no, it's okay. You did exactly what you were supposed to do. Like, you did a great job. Like, I don't know.
That's good.
It like kind of got in my head. Like right after, I was like thinking, I was like, man, I was like not prepared for that. I was like,
yeah, no one's prepared.
But I
mean, like, it was your first time.
I know it's like
Yeah.
first time I'm a
Yeah.
student. It's like expected, but I'm still just like, I felt like incompetent. You know what I mean?
No,
which
no
makes
one-
sense. I'm like the youngest person
Yeah.
in that room.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, if anybody should step out, it's like, okay, I did my job. Everybody who needs to be here is here. So
Yeah.
I'm just like gone, and I'm just like, fuck, like
But you brought attention to it and you made it happen.
You
though.
helped
That's the
save
main
someone's
thing, yeah.
life.
that's what people were telling me, but I don't feel like I like did. Like, I don't know. It's just a thing of like.
It's okay. I'll tell you
If
like
they
this.
didn't know about it, then you
Fast
don't know
enough.
where you'd
Yeah,
be right now.
Exactly.
You didn't-
yeah. Like if I wasn't there at that exact moment, it could have been way worse. You know what I mean?
I'll
Yeah.
tell you like this. So a kid at my old elementary school died because the way the teachers would like, because you know teachers would be around watching cute students so they don't fucking kill themselves by accident or some shit. Basically, the teachers got too used to kids not doing that, and so they weren't prepared for this to happen. Basically, what happened was the teachers sitting like, okay, look at this table. For the viewers, just imagine like two, like, think about the SpongeBob places. There's SpongeBob house and the Krusty Krab. Basically, the teachers were sitting where SpongeBob house was. All the kids were playing at the Krusty Krab. A kid on the jungle gym got fucked up on the monkey bars and like fucked up her neck into where she had like, she was asphyxiating and choking herself. So the teachers are all the way back at SpongeBob's house. The kids are at the Krusty Krab are like, what do we do?
Yeah.
They're watching someone die in real time like how you were, but they're fucking 5. These are kindergartners. These are like first grade kindergartners. They're like 5. They're watching a student die in front of them, and they're like, and her older brother, because the little kids would play on one side of the field, the older kids would play, her older brother was on the other side of the fucking field, like 30 feet away from her. And so my brother was there too because he knew the kid that knew his sister. And so basically, like, the teacher sitting at the fucking SpongeBob's house had to wait for one of the students at the Krusty Krab to come over and tell them that this kid was fucked up. And so she ended up dying on the helicopter on the way to the hospital.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Jesus.
And like the whole debate was like, if the teacher would have got there faster, she might have still been alive. And so the parents sued, and I think they got a settlement out of it. But so you did the right in that moment. That like that's all you can do. You were the fastest response unit available because when you leave it to some random person, they might just freak out or just be a bunch of kids and not know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the fact that he's in ICU, that's directly because you helped save a life today, Darren.
I don't know. Like I've seen people die before. Like I've seen my grandma die in front of me. I've seen like my ex's mom like, you know, on the verge of like dying. Of like, yeah, I've seen people die before. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
like,
yeah. I
That was
watched
like
my
the
dad die.
first
It's
time
fucking
it was like
crazy.
in my hands. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm just like I was so shocked. You know what I mean? Like I went to the I was at the nursing station and then like I just like wanted to like kind of chill and like let everybody. I was like let everybody do their thing. Like I'm like getting in my own head right now. I'm just like fuck. Like
I think the difference is with those other ones, you're watching someone die or whatever.
but I have like power to do something.
With this one, you're responsible
Yeah.
for making sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You're literally the last line of defense
Yeah.
so that you are the contingency
It's crazy.
plan.
It was crazy. I was literally late to doing his vitals too. Like I should have done his vitals like 30 minutes ago. I was late, but I was just there at like the exact right time to where that
I
was
mean,
happening.
if you were there earlier, it would have.
You probably
been
would've left the
worse.
room.
I would have
right
missed
then?
him. Like,
Yes.
imagine if somebody missed him.
And then his wife was not 100% sure what's going on.
Yeah, she
Maybe
was old too. She was probably sleeping through the thing. Like, you know, like imagine if, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Because she has to walk. She can't even run
so
to
I was
go
like
warn somebody.
sitting at the nursing station. I'm like, okay, fuck it. Maybe I'll go on the computer and I'll like look at stuff, just take my mind off of it.
Yeah.
Like they're doing their thing. I'll ask them about it after. And then like 2 doctors pulled up next, like out of nowhere. They just spawn and they start looking at her like monitor or his monitor on the screen, and they were like talking about it. I'm just like, fuck, I gotta get out of here. So I'm like, I literally debated like just like going to the bathroom and like crying. I'm like, fuck, that like really messed me up. I'm like,
Dude,
Yeah.
I like felt really incompetent in the moment.
No,
But,
I
like-
get that when because you said she took the thing from you or whatever you were
Yeah,
trying to.
yeah.
No, I could like.
No, it's
that's
totally
shell
in her
shock.
right to
That's
do
like-
that. Yeah, it's
like-
literally. I was like,
it's
I
not
was
even
just
like
shocked.
an incompetence thing, because like, what else would you have been able to do?
Because I can understand from his perspective. Nerf is like, because she's an like
She's
active
used to it.
life-saving
She knows what
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah,
Like
she's an active life. He's like, okay, I've just read about this in books. What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
And she's just like, all right, let's get to business. And so I can feel, I understand where you're coming from with that. And I was just like, yo, what the fuck was that?
I went through a similar situation in one of my past jobs. Did I tell you about that? Where like the guy busted his head open at my old job?
No.
What was your old job before fucking HVAC or the pizza
I
place?
guess I can say it. It's Cracker.
Oh, okay.
Did I tell you that?
No, I
No,
never
you
heard
never talked
about
about
Cracker. We
that.
never really talked
So
about
there
it.
was a guy who came in trying to get a to-go order, and when I was taking his to-go order, because this was back when I was a to-go server, he was like, he also mentioned that he wanted a water at the same time. I was like, okay, I mean, yeah, I'll get you a water. I got him a water. No, so I got him a water. I'm like, okay,
He
here's
was
a
a
water.
customer. Oh, you did tell me about it. He like fainted in the parking lot, didn't he?
Not in the parking lot. I was like in the lobby.
Oh yeah.
So I gave him like a water
Uh-huh.
in the lobby while he waited on his food to come out and everything. And I came out another time just to like bring a food out to someone at the lobby in the parking lot and everything. And when I came out, I saw like 2 people standing over him and all this other stuff. And I was like, he was on the ground, and there was the thing that freaked me out was there's a big ass pile of blood and stuff on the ground underneath them. And I was like, dude, is he like okay? Like,
Is he okay?
I was like, is he okay? Do I need to like do anything? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, he's fine. I was like, what the fuck do you mean he's fine? You're like, yeah, he's fine. I was like, are you sure no one's gonna do anything about him? Like, are you just gonna leave him
Wait,
right there?
Did he get back up or like?
So he was laying on, like, basically he was laying flat on his back with a pile of blood underneath his head, right?
How
I-
sharp are the Cracker Barrel floors?
So I swear to God, I stepped over him to bring the food outside to the person in the parking lot.
Bruh.
I stepped over this dude, and each time I walked past him and I walked back over, I was like, guys, you're sure you don't need any help? Like, I can, like, do whatever y'all need me to do to help this guy out right now. Like, whatever it takes, I will help out, like, whatever it is. And they're like, oh, no, he's fine right now.
Was he responding? Was he just sitting there?
No, they're like, it's fine. There's an ambulance on the way. Is what they said.
okay.
So there was an ambulance on the way. There's an ambulance on the way. They got there. They brought him to the hospital. And then when they brought him to the hospital, it was like, there was like obviously there was a big ass pile of blood there. And I was like, I wanted to feel like I was doing something to like help out the situation. So I offered to clean up the blood and stuff too. So that's what I ended up doing to like help out, I guess, is I just cleaned up the blood. I didn't know what else to do.
No, that's
And
weird.
I was sitting
So
there.
it's like you learn about this shit in class, right? And then you're actually thrown into that situation. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck. It's like,
I was sitting there. I was like,
don't
do
know.
I like put him on his side? Like, what the fuck do I even like do in this?
Yeah.
Because he was just laying there in the middle of the fucking like
just bleeding
Yeah.
out.
the
just
gift
like,
shop at a Cracker Barrel. I was like, dude, what the fuck do I do? Apparently what had happened was he fainted randomly in the middle. Like, that's why he asked for the water that I gave him, was he was getting lightheaded. He fainted, and when he fell, he hit his head on the corner of like the counter, basically
Gotcha.
over there. So he busted his head open, and I like each day I worked after that, I kept asking my manager. I was like, "Can you give me some kind of update on like his situation? Because like I want to know if he's okay." Because like that freaked me out. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, "Yo, that freaked me out." And apparently, what they ended up saying, the last update, I don't even know like what ended up happening eventually, but they said that like went through his phone trying to find some kind of relatives or whatever for what it was.
Yeah.
And they're like, he doesn't have anyone. They're like, he's like, the only thing we know about him is that he has like some kind of a tumor in his brain. That is the only thing we know about him, is that he has a tumor in his brain.
He wanted to get some Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. I don't know, like, if he had family that was looking for him. I don't know anything like that. I don't know if he lived. That's the craziest part to me. I literally have no idea. I don't know the dude's name.
Yeah, that you just saw a dude bleeding out on your floor. And
Like
you just had
this,
to do your job.
This happened so long ago. This is over 2 years ago, like 2.5, maybe 3 years ago. I don't even remember the dude's face anymore. And that's the crazy part to me is I'm sitting here. I'm like, dude, I don't know if this guy died. I don't know if he's like okay. I don't know if he had family that was looking for him. I don't know if he didn't. But like, that freaks me out. I'm not gonna lie. Like just the fact that like I don't know anything about that. I just all of a sudden randomly in the middle of the day just watch this shit happen. I'm just like,
I mean,
wow.
I forget like most of my patients after like 2 weeks.
I mean, I get that too, but like, I don't know. I feel like stuff like this one, like you're probably gonna remember their face.
I am gonna remember that. Like that
That's what I'm
is like my
saying.
first ever like I did
Yeah.
something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it happened.
That was your first DEF CON 5, dude. The
Yeah,
fuck?
like
Yeah.
I don't know.
You had a normal day, then a motherfucker died right in front of you.
Like after the whole thing happened and like they left and everything, like nurses came up to me and they were like, "Yo, you did a good job. You did what you're supposed to do. Like that's my man." And they're like, "You know, you probably saved a life today." I'm just like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it, but like. You guys are saying, like, I don't know. I probably did save a life. But
The fact that all of them were
Speed is
coming up to you, I
important.
think it's
Yeah.
important that you did what you did.
Because think about it. Like, I'm not
it's kind
gonna
of
lie.
weird to like have that in my head though. That like,
Yeah.
I'm like 22 and I saved someone's life. You know, like
I mean,
That's kind of like how I am with the other dude, just for the aspect that I'm like, I feel like I should have done something else.
that's what I'm saying.
But I
Like,
was
it's like-
kinda just
it's like,
listening.
I don't know. It's like a weird. Like I don't want to sound like a
What are you
fucking.
gonna do?
That's what I'm saying though. Like I was like, I feel like I should have been able to do something else, but I don't know what the fuck I was gonna do in that situation.
It's like I don't know if it's like some savior complex or something, but it's
Yeah.
like I could have done more. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I get that.
I don't know.
I get that feeling, but like,
it's just the shit about like having that ripped out of my hands and like you're not fast enough. I'm like you're right. You're probably right. It's just I don't know.
it's the human empathy of like knowing.
It's like a feeling of defeat, yet I still did something that mattered.
It's
Like,
empathy.
I brought the people there that could do it. You know what I mean?
It's like
Like-
you feel like you want to do something more because you care about the well-being of other people, Jim.
I know,
Like
and,
that's
like,
why you're in this fucking like
As it was
profession.
happening, I like texted my mom and she was like, "Oh my god, I'm so proud of
Because
you."
your mom was a
I'm-
nurse too, right?
That's good.
for like out of the country, yeah. But she's like, "Wow, I'm so proud of you. You like saved someone's life." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Did I?"
I feel like you did.
It feels weird. I get
It's a
that.
weird
like-
feeling. It's a weird feeling.
Just like imagine, like just like a hypothetical scenario that you didn't do that. What would have happened?
Imagine the
Either
5
his
seconds
wife
you would have
does it or
waited.
his wife is asleep and he's just
Well, remember they did have the people coming down
yeah already.
originally.
So I don't know.
but you don't know what
Maybe
they
they
would
would
have
have
done.
shown up and been pissed because they were like, "Oh, why did nobody check out this person?" I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Regardless, you did exactly what you were supposed to do, and even though you showed up late, it was like almost like,
You're like a
fate.
fail-safe.
no,
That
it
you
was
showed up when
literally
you did.
shell shock. I was there in the moment. I was like, "Holy shit! Like this is not real, right?" I was like, "Well,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
there's no way. Like he's gonna like come back. You know what I mean? He's gonna respond to my
yeah,
question.
yeah.
Like he's probably just dozing off, you know what I mean? And then he
Yeah.
doesn't respond. Like after 5 times, I'm like, shit. I feel his pulse, and I'm like, I still got a pulse, and he's just there, like,
If I would have felt no pulse, like a
Yeah.
slow pulse, I'd be like,
no, I felt his pulse, and I was like, yeah, it's a pulse, like, it's there. So I'm like,
Is there like a protocol for when you're supposed to call a code blue?
cold blue specifically means when there's no like respiration, but he was still breathing. He was like gasping, but I'm just like, he was.
So if there's no respiration, like, did you technically do what you were supposed to do there?
yes, like he was not
responding.
like he rapidly changed in consciousness within like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I entered in the room. I said hi to him. I said hi to his wife. I talked to his wife for a little bit, and then I looked over at him, and he was going like, and he wasn't talking to me.
Yeah.
dude,
Like all of a sudden, it totally just flipped on its fucking head, and I was like, whoa! I
I
thought,
wouldn't know what
Wow.
to do. Like,
exactly. That's why I went to go get someone else. I
yeah,
was
I
like,
mean,
that was
you
what
made the
I'm telling
right call though.
I'm like, I don't know what to fucking do. I'm like, Jesus Christ! I feel a pulse. He's breathing, but like this is kind of bad.
You're not the one who sat there and physically like brought him to the ICU or whatever. But at the same time,
But yeah, first of all, that's not my job anyway. But like,
that's what I'm saying. You're the one who made the call that did end up saving his life,
Yeah.
regardless. Like you did the right
you
thing.
brought more
crazy.
hands
If
if
you
you
were-
people on the stairs.
I was so like actually shell shocked afterward. Like okay, let me like pick up where I left off. I was like doing that shit I was debating on whether like go to the bathroom and just like decompress and like cry or whatever.
Yeah.
And then this nurse comes up to me. I worked with her throughout the day. She like showed me stuff. She was like, "Hey, do you want to like give morphine to one of my patients?" And I was like, "Sure." And I took my mind off of it. I was giving the patient morphine, and then everybody was talking about it. They were like, "Yo, you heard this room? They just had a code blue." And then they were like, "Yeah, Darren was there." He's like, "Darren, how was that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I like counted it because it was like 2 patients to a room, so there was like another team in there."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Wow, good." And then even the patient was like, "Wow, you did a great thing." And I'm like, "Yeah," like pushing morphine into them. I'm just like,
Here's your numbing
stop, I'm like, stop
drug.
talking about it.
Like,
That's crazy.
I get
So like
the
it's crazy
surreal
because
part of it.
I wrote these questions like, I wrote these questions two nights ago. You know what I mean? I wrote them 2 nights ago for this podcast. But I'm like, my first question was really like, what is y'all's like end goals in life? Like what basically what will bring y'all fulfillment? Because my answer was gonna be like, I don't know, probably starting my own practice, starting a nonprofit, like helping people where it like truly counts, like saving lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like my end goal is to like
Do as much good as you
something,
can.
do something in healthcare.
Yeah.
But whether it's like nurse practitioner or doctor or like some kind of
Well,
like
I just
provider.
like imagine in general, you want to do as much good as you possibly
Exactly.
can.
Yeah.
Really.
So I'm like,
yeah.
But then today it's like I did something and I didn't feel fulfillment from it. I'm like in my own head, and I'm like I didn't do enough. You know what I mean? It's like I could have done more. I wasn't good enough, but I still did like.
You did enough.
In my head, I'm like, I did the bare minimum. I told somebody that something was wrong, and then they're giving me a bunch of praise for something that like seems like a fucking no brainer. But like,
But you realize some people just like the same reason people talk about like the hiring issue. Some people just fail under pressure. Like I know people.
but I did fail
know
under pressure. Like that person said I wasn't fast enough, and they said, I don't know.
But in that semblance, maybe. But in the semblance of you getting someone there that needed to be there, like, think about the same thing
See,
with
I
the
guess you're right.
kindergarten
Like,
analogy.
no matter what, I would have never been able to do that on my own. But I don't know.
Yes.
Regardless, I think you did what was expected of you.
Not only was
Okay,
it
yeah.
expected,
You
but-
had a task that was given to you.
But no, you
and
also
did
tried.
that
I
task.
don't know. Just the fact that like the
You
manager
tried.
came up to me and was like, "Yo, good job." You're like, high five. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Cause you know what's probably crazy when they like I'll say it like this. Here's what I like. I'm cynical to a degree. So here's what I'll say. They probably had people that just didn't do enough. If you did the bare minimum, they probably had people who did less than the bare minimum.
it's like I don't want to shit on the people that I like kind of work with, but like I feel like a lot of care partners do the bare minimum. You know what I mean?
And regardless, this is a step towards where you want to be.
Yeah.
As
This
well.
was a great step forward. I know what
Yeah.
you mean.
Yeah,
It might
'cause-
not feel like it in the moment, but like really like
It's like this is my first time being confronted with something like that.
Mortality, yeah. And,
even
like,
if you did do it like secondhand or whatever, you did still save
When
a
I was
life.
still in the room, somebody mentioned CPR, and I was like,
Oh, shit.
what the fuck? I was
Yeah.
like, no way.
Yeah.
And then here's a glass half full perspective. It's only going to get easier to deal with that situation. So next time
Yeah.
you would just be like fucking unrolling this like
Yeah, you know exactly what to do. So maybe in the future, like obviously, it might not even be the next time, but sometime you will be the one going in and rushing in and
and
helping
then
that
you're
person.
you're dumbass. Move faster. I
Yeah.
need
She didn't
20
go dumb.
cc's.
She was just like, hey, we
I
need to move
know.
faster. She moved me
I
out of the
know.
way. I'm like,
I know.
Yeah.
And then I apologized later, and she was like, no, you're absolutely fine. You did everything you were supposed to do. It's just, like the job.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
like
high stress and, like-
someday you will be the one rushing into that room to help that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like what it comes down to. This is like a practice to get you into the room.
Ooh.
Even if right now you weren't like confident enough in yourself to
You got
actually
your sea
do the
legs
thing, and
now.
like you
You
don't
got your
know
sea
you don't know
legs.
enough to actually do the thing. It gave you practice to know like what it's gonna take, like what it's gonna look like in the moment to go through and actually
And what you're
do
gonna
it.
feel in that moment, because
Yeah,
that's
that
what
person.
you could tell. That's what the nurse was feeling exactly
like,
what the fuck. You
It's
were
like I did
feeling.
something.
Oh, shit.
It's
Yeah.
like the bottom line is like my question stays. I did something good, but it didn't like fulfill me. You know what I mean? It's like I
I
don't
don't
know.
think doing good things should fulfill you. I may sound crazy, but I think you should just do good things for the sake of the nature that it's wholly good and that it helps someone else. If you feel good for helping other people, I'm not saying you're a bad person, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like eating your vegetables. You ate your vegetables in the moment. You did everything you needed to do, and then you still got chided in some way, but you still did what was expected and the quote-unquote right thing in that situation. You didn't get all the praise. They didn't say, oh my God, Darren, you gave him CPR. You reset it all. It's like, no, Darren, you may have been too slow in this one aspect, but you did alert every necessary staff member so that we could come here and save his life.
I know
That's what you did.
I know you're saying you're not like fulfilled after it. What has make you like feel fulfilled?
Definitely not cleaning
And the-
shit pants.
And the aspect.
I was trying to clean some new shit, and I was like, yo.
Yeah, I do deal with a lot of
could
fecal matter.
not.
Thank
But I
you
mean,
for
like,
reminding me.
In the aspect of your job, like what makes you feel fulfilled that you have like personally done, not like something that you want to do in the future. What that you have done so far has made you feel like fulfilled.
When I genuinely know that I made somebody comfortable, and when I discharge them or like I leave for the day, they say thank you. That's made me feel fulfilled.
So like imagine this scenario is the exact same, but as you went to leave, that same guy who you are really responsible for being alive, say like him, or even if he's like, you know, unresponsive still, just his wife came up to you and said thank you. Would you feel fulfilled?
I mean, it's like the same thing where like I know it wasn't just me. It was like a team of people who did more, but like I'm the one who like started it. You know what I mean?
But if she's specifically, or she or he, whichever one it was, specifically seeked you out and said thank you, would that make you feel fulfilled?
No,
No.
Really?
because I know that it wasn't just me.
So I mean,
It's like when I discharge somebody or I leave for the day, and they're like, oh, thank you so much.
what is just you though in your scenario? Because like even then, like a surgeon needs like nurses and stuff like that. Like everyone has like people that help them out. It's not
Obviously,
just
there's
you.
a team behind it, but like at my job, you're mainly the person like giving them room service, kind of like
Yeah,
you're the one telling the nurse what they need or like what they're saying,
yeah.
and like you're kind of in there most of the time. Like more than the actual nurse, so it's like I don't know.
Drink more of this stuff. That's crazy. Yo, this was a mistake, dude.
I mean, you bought 24 of these
Listen,
bitches.
I appreciate every Scatcast listener, viewer, everyone who's been here, whether you've seen the first episode, whether you just jumped on now. It doesn't matter what it is. I appreciate you for watching, listening, just incorporating us into your daily, weekly view in some kind of way.
Now watch me die from liver failure.
Yeah, because this is we're 2
I'm
hours
looking
in.
at the fucking shit in front of me. This is crazy.
We are 5 glasses in, 6 glasses
It's
in.
all about to be 6.
Let's count.
It's about to be 6.
This is 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All of these are 35%, by the way.
Oh my!
I have work tomorrow.
Drink a lot of. You know what?
Darren, you're saving lives. You're glad you don't have work tomorrow.
You know
I'm
what?
not gonna lie,
You know what? Remind me before you sleep to give you Tylenol. It'll make you feel better in the morning.
I appreciate it. Y'all ready?
That's the chat.
Yeah.
God damn.
Air clink,
Clink.
clink on the cloud.
Oh, wow.
I hate that with alcohol. The more you drink, the easier it gets. That's
That's so real. I just washed that shit down with wine. Anyway.
I'm not gonna lie.
Real shit.
I didn't gag that time.
Exactly.
I gagged last time. I almost projectile vomited last time. I'm not
The more
gonna lie
you drink,
to you.
easier it gets.
But yeah, it's like
That time was okay.
I don't know.
It was weird. We just adapt.
I don't know. I felt fulfillment for just making them comfortable. You know what I mean?
With the one that you saved, or just in general?
No, just in general. Whenever people say thank you, and I like discharge them or leave for the day, like thank you so much for your help.
I mean,
like,
let me put it. Do you not feel like he felt comfortable after the?
This nigga's alive.
At least a little
Probably.
bit more comfortable. I mean,
but
it
it's
was
like I don't know. I
wasn't
didn't do, I didn't
asphyxiating.
do the heavy lifting. I don't know.
You
It's-
literally were the what's the,
I started. I'm
you
like
were
the catalyst.
the redundancy.
I'm the catalyst.
Like they had someone monitoring him, but you were the redundant factor that not only got him to safety, but also they had to travel from point A to point B. You were the first one. Like, hey, you.
It was actually really fucking bizarre. Like imagine my perspective. This happens. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. I ask like one person for help. They switch with me. I go to like the station. I ask for like help, and then like there's like 3 people that come follow me, and then I look down. I look up and there's 20 fucking people in the room.
That's
And then
crazy.
I walk out of the room and there's more people outside of the room. I'm like, holy shit.
Dying.
Yeah.
You
There's
literally
like
called
so
him a
many people
DEFCON
that just
5.
came up because of me. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you said it right there though. Like because of you. Like that's people that came down
I don't know,
because of you.
It was crazy. It was literally just like a right place, right moment. But anyway, I'm gonna stop like lamenting over my life.
Yeah, no,
But,
no, I mean I think
I was
it's
gonna-
valid.
No, it was
Oh
like
my-
literally, like these were questions I said. Like I said, I prepared like 2 nights before this episode. This happened today, so I'm like asking like what is y'all's end goals and what gives you fulfillment? Think on it because I'm gonna go pee and get a drink of water. It's like an intermission. Okay.
Okay.
Real. end
What's
goals and what gives us fulfillment?
I know what my answer is. But if my mom ever was to listen to one of these, she would be like, "That's because my son's a fucking hippie." She wouldn't say fucking, but she would think I'm yeah. So my mom has like categorized me, my sister, and my brother in like three categories. My sister's like this diva pop star girl. My brother's just kind of like, he's kind of sheltered, I guess would be the best way to say it from my mom's perspective. And then I'm just a hippie. Like, I'm just go with the flow. I don't give a fuck. I just do what I do.
I mean, you are.
Yeah.
But what gives you fulfillment, though?
My fulfillment is just living my life to where I'm enjoying it. Like, I'm gonna.
The thing that makes you the absolute happiest
is what I'm doing right now.
Is just chilling.
What I'm doing right now.
So
right
you
now,
think
I'm
right now versus like 10 years from now, you'll be exactly as happy as you are right now?
Yeah.
Really?
In the sense of like what I'm doing. The thing is, like, I'll say it like this, John. Remember what I was at Europe High? I don't know if you remember what I was at in middle school, but like mentally, I've only ever grown and like, it sounds so arrogant, but like I understand it's just a process. Like it's like achieving wisdom and XP in a video game.
Yeah.
But like right now, I'm like level 15, bro. Like when I was in high school.
What does that mean?
Okay, I'll say it like this. When high school, I was like level 1.
Okay.
During the 3 years out of high school that I've been like, not 3 years out of high school, but like, you know, the years out of high school I've been right now, I've like gained XP in aspects of life. I've had a one night stand. I've like had like weird situations. I fell in love. I've learned like toxic parts about myself. I've learned so much about me that like I would never want to go back to the me that didn't know those things. And at this point, like even now, like I have to do some homework. I'm probably just gonna go to sleep and then do my homework tomorrow, which is just like whatever. Yeah. But like,
I forgot my water bottle.
No, you're good. It's cool.
But like even with this shit right now with school, like even when I'll say like this, even when I go to sleep and I don't do my homework, I know that if I don't get this degree or if I do get this degree, I'm gonna be fine either way.
So you don't think you'd have any sense of fulfillment whatsoever from actually getting a degree?
No. I know that degree is just a piece of paper that puts me ahead of others in a competition where they look for things like that. Personally,
so you don't think there's any like sense of accomplishment from actually doing that?
I think the sense of accomplishment comes from if for some bizarre reason I find a job that's like, hey, you have this degree in this niche thing, we'll pay you more money for that. I'll be like, oh, cool, I'm glad I got this. But if I could still have those same skills, same mentality, same drive that I'm doing with this podcast, I'm doing with the stuff I'm doing, like Marvel Rivals, air quotes, with like streaming and just working with computers in general, I would feel the same way.
This is kind of like
catch me up.
So he's basically
we're answering your question basically.
Basically, he's saying that he thinks like fulfillment wise, he gets that just from like
living life
normally. Like he doesn't think like. I correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I'm understanding, you're basically saying like, say this morning you got like Grandmaster 1 in Marvel Rivals, right? Say you got Celestial.
Yeah.
Would you feel more fulfillment from that than if you were to get your degree?
I feel more hype for getting Celestial. I'm not even gonna hold you.
That's crazy.
Because for me, the degree is just a piece of paper. Like,
I mean, you're not wrong.
It doesn't show my skill. It doesn't show my competency.
For me, like, I know my degree is also just kind of like a piece of paper. Like, I don't know if I'm ever going to end up using my degree ever.
You're doing a podcast, brother. Like, you know what I mean?
What was your degree? I thought you went to a trade school.
I did. I got an associate's degree. Most
degree.
people in trade school don't get a degree. I got a degree.
What was it?
Air conditioning technology.
Yeah, something like that.
No, I mean, yeah, it's related to your career, though.
It is.
Yeah.
And the good thing about my degree is that it can let me get my license like 2 years earlier too, because the years towards my degree counts towards
your licensing.
My license as well.
That's good.
But most people don't get a degree. They just straight up.
They do it fucking.
They just do the work.
Friend then.
They just do the work.
They just show up.
Which I mean, in most scenarios,
it
honestly,
works.
that's what you should do.
And that's what
you shouldn't even get a degree.
That's what I'm saying. Like for me personally, I could either show up or get a degree. Right now, I'm
but
doing the
for
degree.
me, I'll say this: getting my degree, there was a sense of satisfaction on my end, where it's like it felt like this wasn't for nothing. You know what I mean?
I feel like this is for nothing.
Like, I've spent years of my life working towards this thing, and it feels like it's not for nothing at that point. Like,
I just don't see it that, like, linearly. I see it more like there's, like, best way to describe it is like those, like, choose your own adventure books where you can choose page 7 or page 37. And then from that point, that story branches off.
Yeah.
There's an Alfonso that has a degree. There's an Alfonso that doesn't have a degree. I'm just the one that's in between right now. I'm just pursuing the degree until something better happens.
I'll tell you this. I was thinking about this earlier. I didn't get the chance to say it. My sense of fulfillment, yours comes from just living life, just making sure that you're doing stuff in a way that makes you comfortable.
As long as I'm moving forward.
I'll say really as long as you're doing anything to move you forward, I guess comfortable, anything like that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. For me myself, it's not just the sense of moving forward. It's specifically moving forward in a sense that like it's something I created.
I can understand that.
I guess it makes sense.
Yes. You're manifesting your own destiny type shit. Like I can I can get behind that.
Getting a promotion at work is cool.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's not where I want to be.
Yes.
I would rather work at a job or do something that like I created in a way that is more myself.
Yeah, you would rather like work in the sense of like making money off a hobby than working and then doing your hobby.
I would rather take less. I would feel more fulfilled by taking less money and doing something that's my own than taking more money and doing something that's like someone else's.
Yeah,
it's
I
making
get
them
you.
more money in their pocket.
I get you.
If that makes
I get
sense.
you.
But that's me myself. I don't know if it's like. I don't know. If that's how I'm going to feel forever.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I feel right now.
No, I mean, yeah, and that's what I'm telling you when I feel fulfillment is because I know we change. We're like, the me from high school is way different than the me right now.
Exactly.
And I feel like the me when I'm 25 is going to be different than the me when I'm 21.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the second I have, like, a wife or kids or something like that,
Everything
it might be
changes.
pretty different.
Everything changes.
It's probably going to be pretty different.
And that's where, like, I feel like my fulfillment comes from just, like, me knowing that I'm constantly moving forward in this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm more of the guy that cares about the wisdom and not the knowledge.
But what is about, like, what does moving forward mean?
Moving forward means that there's a positive impact on my life, not a negative impact. Like, I'm going through positive feedback loops. Right now, let me tell you, like, right now, my first job, $8 an hour. Second job, I could make, if I grinded, $1,000 a week. Right now, I'm comfortably working 4 days a week.
Yeah.
And making $1,000 every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
not bad.
Exactly. It's like some things I'm like,
So is it just like the
it's not the money, it's the mindset. I'm working more, I'm making more, working less.
So do you
That's-
think you'd feel the same level of fulfillment if you were making like $750 a week?
Dude,
I would struggle more with bills, but depending on what I was doing, I would probably feel I wouldn't feel comfortable because there was this quote about like,
What if you were doing something that like you were doing in school right now, like web design or coding,
and
or
I was
something
only
like
making
that?
$750, I wouldn't be happy with
But
that.
you were
No.
making a slightly less
No,
than you're
I
making
wouldn't
right
be
now.
happy with it. I'd rather clean houses and clean shit out of toilets than work
Okay.
at some tech place
Okay.
and then make $750.
No, that's fair. I'm completely justified.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's fair.
Because there's a certain level of survival and comfortability. Right now, I'm living in like the smallest margin of comfortable because right now I have fucking $5 to my name or $3 to my name when I was talking about the alcohol earlier.
Okay, I feel like if you're like 22 or 21, you're 21,
I'm
right?
21.
You're 21, and you're in school, and you're
Yes.
balancing like this work, education, life balance. I don't know. You kind of gotta like be a little realistic with it, where it's. I'm so messed up. It's
We all are. It's cool, Darren.
like you don't realize how fucked up you are until you get up and stand up and try to go pee.
That's why I was dog. You go to pee and it feels like it takes like 15
Dude,
fucking
I am
minutes.
100% sure
Alright.
I did not get any piss on your toilet seat. But I
Thank you.
apologize if there's piss on there.
Dog.
I need to clean my bathroom. I'm not gonna
Alfonso,
lie.
I
don't like how my
gotta
toilet-
piss again. I'm not gonna lie.
No, that's cool.
I gotta
but-
piss a second time.
John, you
I'll
have
have
a minute
a
and
heart
a
to heart with
half.
it. I'll have a heart to heart with him while you're gone. So like, I get that it's like, I don't know, you're in your own head where you're making like, what do you say, $1,000 every
I
2
make
weeks?
about $1,000 every 2 weeks, yeah.
That's not bad.
That's
That's
not
more
bad.
than I make. Like, dude, the past like 2 months, I've only made like $300 every 2 weeks.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
And that's because you're not working at the pharmacy, right? You're working
I'm not even working. I'm just working at Wellstar. I work at the pharmacy every like 2 weeks. It's like I'll get like one shift, and that one shift will make me like $120. And then I work at the Wellstar, like some weeks, and they pay me. Basically average, I'm probably making like $300 a week, which is not that good. But I mean, there's 4 weeks in a month. I can definitely afford rent, and then I have money for like my groceries and all that. I don't know.
Yeah, I get you. You're living.
Like,
you're making.
You gotta be very like fine tuned to the budgeting. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like you gotta be very careful. Like,
that's why I have broke weeks.
I'm very thankful that I have a girlfriend who like uses her meal plan on me. Like some days of the week, it's like, oh yeah, I'll swipe you into the comments. Like shout out to Hannah. Like I have meal prep in the fridge right now, but like I don't eat it every single night. You know what I mean? Like it's like some nights of the week I eat.
You're a human being. Sometimes you
eat on campus, and it doesn't come out of my pocket. I have a girl. I'm very fortunate to have a girlfriend who's willing to lay that down for me. God damn it!
I'll wait for John to get back. I'll wait for John to get back.
Okay, it was like a shot went on. Oh, I'm really so fucked. I'm so sorry to anybody in the audience right now, but like
we gotta wrap this up or something. Dude,
this is awesome. This is way better than the first half of the podcast. I would rather talk about shit like this than like fucking Marvel or whatever. Dude, this making this a 3 hour. I don't give a shit.
I mean, it's the 100th. I mean, it's not the 100th. It's the fucking year anniversary.
Bro, we've been at this for a year. You know what I mean? Like
no breaks.
Oh no,
all gas.
It hasn't been my priority. Obviously,
no, like, I don't think it's really been like we're all we have jobs.
Yeah, exactly. Like this isn't my priority, but like this is a fun part of my week every week. You know what I mean? No, I'll wait for him to sit down.
Well, the 15 minutes went off. I reset the time. We have to take another shot now.
Fuck me. Piece of shit.
Dude, I'm so.
Dude, we actually might finish. We might as well just finish the episode when we're done with the alcohol. Like low key.
How much do we have left?
We have 2 more rounds. We have 1 more round after this round.
I don't know. I like this half of the podcast way more than the first half.
Yeah, it's probably because your inhibitions are gone and you can't tell what the fuck you're saying. No, but I just
don't fucking like talking about Marvel movies and shit.
I get it.
So I was talking about how much I make a week. I only make like $300 a week.
Are we taking the shot?
On average.
Yeah,
no. Fuck, are we doing that right now?
You see timer went $300 a week on average?
And I reset it.
Really?
We're already at 13 minutes, bro. We got
I said like $300 every 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
I don't make a lot.
That's nothing. What the fuck?
I know, like, but I don't know.
I'm just saving nigga's life for 300.
Damn, that's crazy.
I got be like, yo, PayPal me, nigga.
Yes, I got the savings down to like a science. Like, I'm just, I'm very fortunate to have a girlfriend who like swipes me into the fucking school commons for my dinner.
Yeah, that's good.
Those do be saving some money.
You're very lucky.
I know.
I know. Sometimes I get to the point where I have to like ask for like extra time for money and stuff like that. So like the fact that you've never had to do that,
I have not
is like really nice.
I have not asked for my parents for money since like freshman year. It's been like 3 years.
I don't ask my parents for money. I feel weird asking my parents for money.
I do too.
But like like I said, I only make like $300 every 2 weeks.
Darren, where's the shot?
Huh?
Where's the shot? I want to make sure we're not taking like 2 back to back.
Oh my god,
that
would actually destroy us.
You didn't start the timer yet, right?
I did reset it.
Dude, fucking start it when we take the shot. What the hell?
No, Darren, it's every 15 minutes.
Because right now we're at 12:33.
I can handle 2 more.
Fuck you.
Nigga, we are going to die.
I work tomorrow.
Dude, this is fun.
Die.
This is a great podcast. This is awesome.
Holy shit.
This is awesome. This is way better. This is way better than the first half.
We're at 12:32.
Yeah, once a year, maybe.
We're at 12:32. Let's take this shot, and then we have 12.
It's 12:32. No, it's not. It's 12:18.
No,
You're a fucking liar.
My timer on
Who
the
gives a
fucking.
fuck? It's
Let's drink the alcohol.
This is fucking crazy.
Yo, it doesn't matter to me. I already showered.
It's 6 o'clock somewhere. Am I right, ladies?
All right, Alfonso. I see where your mind is.
I don't know if you were here for it, but like, no matter, like, I'm sorry for what I say when I'm sober, but when I'm dry, I fucking love you, both of you. You're great.
I love both of y'all too.
I like this I was telling him when you were gone. This podcast isn't my priority, but I'm glad I do it every week. You know what I mean? Like,
it's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun. It has some spice. Like, I'm glad I get to talk to y'all at least once a week.
Yeah. Tom fucking spilling this shit. Yo, air clink. Air clink. Air clink.
Jesus fucking Christ. For air clink. Okay.
I'm gonna die. Oh my god.
Look. I've known both of y'all for years. Yeah, drink that water, bro. I've known both of y'all for years. And yeah, I'm really glad this is like an opportunity for us to like actually get to talk to each other. We live to each other. We live together.
We've had our fits, but like I don't know. I'm glad we do this. This is fun. This is genuinely pretty fun. Like I don't know.
I'm fucking spilling alcohol all over myself like a slob. I'm like fucking.
Oh my god.
We're how many shots? 7?
This isn't my priority. It's like, I don't know, every week I'm like, oh, I gotta record a podcast. But then after I record it, every week, after I record it, I'm like, you know what, that wasn't so bad.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, that
it's
was
always
fun.
good.
I like talking to my friends. You know what I mean? Like, you guys
Yeah.
are my friends.
And like it's weird. It's weird, but it's cool that we live in a house together. So it's like a college dorm housing, but like it's like almost family close.
Give me a hug, Darren.
Group hug.
Yeah.
This is nice. You're proud.
We've known each other for years.
Ooh, high school, we talked about Overwatch and Destiny. That I was. You know what's crazy, John? I'll say this for the rest of my life. You know that scene. You watched the first Transformers movie with Justin and Darren, right?
Yeah.
You know that whole thing was like, I'm glad I got in that car. I'm glad I was PE tired.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got in that one
That's
particular
crazy. I
Discord
can't believe
call.
I said that shit back in the day.
What?
No,
glad I
back
was
in
PE,
the day.
Tyler.
You know Tyler Pugh, right?
No. Wait,
So-
yes, I do!
Yes.
I know
So-
from Boy Scouts.
his
That's
replacement.
crazy.
I
I know
was
from
his
Boy
replacement.
Scouts. That's crazy.
So I was friends with Tyler back in the day, and obviously I've grown past this, but back in the day I met Alfonso and I was like, dude, you're PE Tyler.
Which is
'Cause
the
Tyler
weirdest
wasn't there.
category to put me in.
Dog, Tyler was in every single class with us. And I was like, dude, you're PE Tyler. Like, you gotta be.
You know, I just kind of rolled with it because I just moved to Gwinnett, so I had no friends. I was
And
like, well, fuck it.
The crazy thing is, I haven't talked to Tyler since like 8th grade. I've talked to him once since then.
Yeah, I've talked to him once since then.
Really?
He was in my math class.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
At Grayson?
No, he was there 8th grade.
Oh, I meant like after 8th grade.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
after 8th grade. No.
No, because he went to a different high school than us and all this other stuff. But like, that's crazy. I was like, dude, that's kind of racist. You know what I mean? I called him PE Tyler because I was like, yo,
What does that mean?
he's my
I'm
new
the
black
other
friend in
black guy,
PE.
yeah.
I was like, dude, he's my new black friend in PE. I was like, dude, you're PE Tyler. Dude, which, by the way, like, just to say it out loud, I mean, like, look, my fault. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to
I've
lie.
grown past all that shit.
I think I needed to be PE Tyler. Like, if we're going to do like a true arc moment, I think for me, being PE Tyler kind of let me. Because I grew up in such a small.
I was gonna say, look, I didn't know you that well back then. That's the only
Exactly.
thing.
So like, me
You were
just
someone who
having
just
some
moved
friends-
over to our school and all this other shit at the
Exactly.
time and everything. So you were
Exactly.
quiet. We were like a group of people who were like, look, we claim you now. That's kind of what we did. We fucking like
And PE, we were the squad.
we Pokemon Master fucking claimed your ass and just like, okay, look, you're our friend now. You don't have
For
a choice
the
in
next
the matter.
30 to 60 minutes, you are our friend.
Yeah, pretty
In
much.
this period.
Pretty much is what ended up happening.
Yeah. And then it just took off from there. And that was pretty fun. And I'm like,
And for Darren, I'm just like, dude, we fucking met through like the most.
We met in a Discord call.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck. Like we met through like
we just sat next to each other at
random
lunch,
friends. Or
bro.
just
we,
like,
we
dude,
sat together in lunch and talked about fucking Michael Bay Transformers.
it's crazy how like if I don't even. It feels like
Dude,
so.
it's crazy that I live with y'all.
Yes, of all things.
It feels so long ago at this point, but it really is only like
that was
what
It's
5
such a
years.
long lifetime. Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah.
Dude, I like barely knew John, and I was trauma dumping him on like my ex. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's
Yeah, it's your birthday party or something like that?
No, like we were just talking on
It was my
Discord.
Thanksgiving party.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
That was
Dude,
part of
I
it.
talked to you about Transformers one year of like eighth, like senior year, and then the next year in like freshman year of college, you were talking to me about my fucking ex. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like,
this is crazy. Like
I think making friends, like back to the whole thing we said about how like 5 friends, I feel like it's like the 10. It was 10. But like the idea of it kind of comes down to like what this is right here. It's just like, I know y'all.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
And like,
bro. I want to hug y'all. again, so-
disagree or like agree. Like I disagree with y'all on some shit. I agree with y'all people on some shit. But like for me, it comes down to like the core of respect. I respect both of y'all. Like highly. I like even if I don't like agree with what you say in like the sense of like autonomy, it's like I take what you say into consideration. It's not like I'm just like, oh fuck this guy, I'm just gonna do what I want. It's like Darren did mention this. John did say that. So when I make this decision, it's like, damn, they might be right though.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's cool. Like living in this house with you guys and just kind of like, just seeing y'all throughout the day. It's like, I could not pick a better group of people.
I
That's
talk to
the
y'all like
crazy
once
thing.
a week.
We see each other during the podcast.
Yeah, like once.
Like really, that's like what it comes down to. Like I feel like you end up seeing KJ a lot more, and like all this other stuff. Like y'all probably see Aiden more, like all this other stuff.
I see them because I live right next to both of them.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all's rooms are right next to each other. I'm separated. I'm like segregated in the
You
household.
too.
and
Y'all
all
are
that
like
shit.
your own thing. I live next to both of them.
I live
I'm
in the
just like,
basement.
Yeah.
I've always lived in the basement so far.
You've always
Yeah.
been on your own thing.
I don't know. It's like I'm kind of like separated because like I live with Kiara now
Yeah.
and everything too. It's like we end up like just kind of like take our own
Dude, I'm
little
not even
area.
like home unless I'm sleeping.
I mean,
know?
honestly,
True.
yeah, like, that's fair. But like at this point, it's like we've lived each other for like what, like a year and a half now, almost.
Basically. 2 years,
Almost. We lived each other for like a year and a half
well, if
now,
you count the old
and
house
we've
and
known
this
each
house.
other for like way longer than that.
Yeah.
Like really, I don't know. It's like it's crazy. It's like at this point, it's like damn. Like I've known y'all for so long in my life, and it's like y'all have become such like a integral point, I guess, too. Because I mean, really, every single episode we've done, besides the dad episode, I think, has had you in it.
Yes.
Every single one.
Literally.
We
So-
made it except me. I've made it.
That was like the one.
We-
that was the one time I
they-
think we weren't
They
able to
have
do
made
it.
it to every single episode.
But I mean, that's like the one time we weren't able to, and it's because
And
we
it
were
was
like
a bonus
super busy
episode,
that
There
week.
were
too.
like valid reasons to it. I wasn't comfortable. I was on a vacation.
Yeah, it was like
Whatever,
it was like I said, it was completely
the shit-
understandable
The
why.
shit just didn't align. But it's whatever.
But I mean, we had to do it that week. But like,
Essentially, we've made it once a week.
right.
Essentially, yeah.
Just
So
to
I mean,
pull
that's
up.
52 weeks we've done it. That's like, almost. That's over 100 hours in this year.
Yeah.
We've seen each other.
Yes.
Oh shit, that's like
Without a
really impressive. I'm not gonna lie. This has been a good ass run, and we're gonna keep this shit going. I can tell you that shit right now
Oh,
too.
God, bro. God.
Yo, y'all, we are so dry.
Yeah.
I'm so fucked up. Dude, pause that timer, bro. I'm not taking another point. Fuck
think
that
we
shit.
gotta-
One more, Darren.
No, fuck you, bro.
One
Shots
more.
and destroy my liver.
Dude, it's gonna destroy my fucking.
If I'm working tomorrow,
Wait, is that
you can
the
take
last
one more
one?
shot.
Is that the last
dude.
round?
I think
Right
it
there.
is.
I mean, we might as well.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah.
We might as
Because
well.
it was, I got 24 little shooters or whatever the fuck. And I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Dude, we're
8, 16, 24. That's what I'm saying.
Dude,
that's what I'm
That would
saying.
be perfect.
8 times
Holy
3 is
shit, there's
24. 8
I'm
times
not
3
gonna
is
lie.
24.
I thought we were going to go through like half that shit.
No, we've been yapping for a minute. Okay, by the way,
Dude, the second
timer,
half was so much better than the first
4.5
half.
minutes.
Okay, okay.
So-
4.5 minutes.
That's what we have left until it.
until
Yeah.
the last shot.
Like, I feel like we got a lot more like lovey-dovey than I was expecting.
No, I think.
Dude, I haven't
we-
even gotten to my other two. Dude,
Go, 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 go,
I've
go.
been debating with fucking Nas at the gym for the past fucking 2 months of my life.
Yeah.
Since New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, okay, I'm just gonna lay the question on y'all. This is the fucking $1 million question.
Okay.
So let's
Is this another fucking fuck, marry, kill
Yeah.
ass
No, no, no,
question?
no, no,
Like,
no,
what the
no,
fuck?
no, no,
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
I'm like
say.
terrified of what the fuck I'm about to
Yeah.
hear.
Okay, so there's like the perfect 10 out of 10 fucking baddie you know.
Okay.
The perfect 10 out of 10. Everything about her is like personality, body, vagina. Everything is like 10 out of 10.
Vagina is a
Dude.
7-part of body.
Okay.
Everything you know is 10 out of 10. But she used to be a guy. Would you still hit?
But that
Everything
means
is
that-
10 out of 10.
But that means like she's a bro though, and like
What does she used to be a guy even mean? Like,
There used
was
to be
a
a
dick
guy.
attached.
But in the moment.
is it like a surgery or like a Fairly Odd Parents wish?
It's a
Like, what the fuck
surgery. It's a
is it?
surgery. The perfect surgery. Everything
The
is 10 out of 10
perfect
after that.
surgery.
Like, they are your 10 out of 10. Like, they are the fucking perfect woman you can
you know
imagine
what?
in your mind.
Like honestly,
The most best sex you can have ever imagined. Would you
Like,
fuck? If they used to be a
honestly-
guy.
I'm gonna say there's no politics involved. Either transgenderism is a mental thing or it's a real thing like being gay is. I'm gonna wait for the signs, but honestly, if you can convince me, you can convince me. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay, that's one towards me.
I'm just like, yeah, why not?
Dude, the 3 for 3! Fuck you, Nas. Fuck you. It's me and Nas. Dude, me and Nas argue about this every single week. He sends me fucking...
Every week?
Dude, it's
Why does this come up every week?
Nas is a fucking bastion for
Me and him go to the gym
humanity.
together. Dude, on Instagram, he sends me fucking trannies. And he's like, bro, I found your type. Bro, you'd be so into this. Bro, you totally fuck the shit out of this girl. I totally would. Because he's fucking hot. But like, dude, I'm so glad. I got a 3 out of 3 on it. Fuck you, Nas. You lost. You lost. Like, it's me.
If you can
them,
convince me, you
it's
can
fucking
convince
him.
me.
Justin's
I'll
on my
leave it at
side.
that.
It's fucking 5 against what? 4? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, at the same
you,
time,
bro.
like, if they used to be like,
I win.
if they used to be physically a man, they used to be physically a man, but that's not what they are anymore.
My whole
You know
thing
what I mean?
is
Like,
with
why
the
do I
mental
care?
illness thing. Like, if it's like, okay, there's a mental thing here, like gender dysphoria is like that's what.
Bro,
takes place.
who gives a shit? When you were like, bro, when you were like
When
balls
you're balls
deep,
deep inside,
when you were
it
balls
doesn't
deep,
matter.
you will forget. You will forget they were a guy once you're balls deep, bro. I'm telling you. That's what I've been saying this whole time. That's what
You
I've been saying
might
this
have
whole
a
time.
point, Darren.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know if we can get this part in the podcast.
What are you afraid of?
Dude,
Holy shit.
Shout out
Okay.
to the other John
Like-
who's out editing our videos, bro. You're gonna have a treat. This is 3 hours of just
Yeah.
drunk rambling. Holy shit.
My final point. What do y'all think is the meaning of life?
I think the meaning of life is what I was talking about John and you earlier. It's just like you have to enjoy it. Because if you really like, I don't want to hold Jesus as an example, but if his whole point was to
Jesus.
be peaceful and non-violent and just have a good life and be like accepting of others, like the best life you live is a life you live where you are in control of it on your own and you don't let others affect your happiness. If you think that I'll say it like this. Comparison is the killer of all joy.
Dude, I heard that 3 times this week. It's the fucking hardest quote of all time.
Because it is. Because I used to
It's
compare
so
myself to other
good.
people, but like
I still do. It's something I struggle
But
with.
that's
I'm
why
like,
I don't anymore. When you said ask for New Year's resolutions, I won't make one because look, I'm not comparing myself to anyone. I'm not gonna do no gym shit. It's like, look, when I get to the point where I'm like, you know what, I need to go to the gym. When I get to the point where you know what, I need to eat better. When I get to the point where you know I gotta do this, I'm just gonna do it.
I'm not gonna lie. I disagree.
I mean, that's fair.
I think comparison is super important.
Well,
Fuck me.
You wanna hit that?
can we
shot
just take it at the end of the episode? Like,
Sure, we can do the
At
last
this
one to
point,
round
yeah,
it
this is
out.
the last one we
Okay.
literally even have.
Yeah.
I feel like comparison is important for making sure that you're able
Well, I
to
know you're
actually
talking about the rival thing, but I get
accomplish
that.
yourself and
But like that's
grow.
almost like USA and Cold War Russia like comparison. I don't have that.
Let me ask
I
you
don't
this though.
have that in me.
Just from like an evolutionary perspective, right?
I get
like,
that though.
Like from an evolutionary perspective, from like prehistoric times and everything like that, how do you think we
You have to have something better or have the illusion that something's better than what you have right
you
now.
have to compare yourself?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. You have to compare yourself.
Yes.
You can't get by not
I
comparing
always
yourself.
remember what Will said on the Will episode. Shout out to the episode with Will. Check it out. He was
Go.
like, he said a quote. It stuck with me. He's like, if you can't look at yourself and say you're the smartest person in the room, there's something wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you got to be confident in yourself.
That's the thing.
Somewhat.
You should be
Somewhat.
able to compare yourself, but you should still be able to have something to work towards.
Yes.
You
yes.
should be able
I
to
do
know
see
what
it
you're
like
working
Twitch.
towards.
Exactly.
You should always feel like you are not necessarily the best person in the room. I'll say this: you should feel like you're always the second best person in the room. You should always feel like, regardless of who the fuck is in there, there's something you can improve to get better.
Yeah,
You should never feel like you're absolutely 100% perfect.
Because you never are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
There's always something you can work on
And I'll
to be
say
better.
this to put this to where I will agree with you. Like when I played Marvel Rivals, look, I'll say it like this. Fuck you guys.
when I play video
It's not Overwatch.
Dog,
For
when
once.
I log on to the Magic, I swear to God.
Dude, magic will change your life. She has a 10% win rate, but a 50%. A 10% pick chance, but a 55% win rate. And like it's the same thing of like, yo, I'm playing somebody that has no business being here. But I swear to God, I'm going to be the best motherfucker in this room right now. And you will have to recognize me.
That's the thing, is you have to know that you are not currently the best person in that room.
And that's
you are working towards being the best person in that room.
That's how
That's
playing
the main
Magic
thing.
and Marvel Rivals feels. It's like, damn, everyone has a fucking gun and I have a fucking sword. I have to do something
that's
useful.
the thing. When you're at the top and you're defending your title, yeah, there's something to that. But when you're at the bottom and you're working your way up, there's a lot more effort that goes into that.
And there's also a sense of self-respect because, like, even when you're at the bottom, well, let's say it like this. If the top is like 5 steps up the stairs and the bottom is like, not even being on the stairs, when you take that first step, you feel like you're hot shit. When you take that second step, you still feel like you're hot shit. No matter how many steps you take, there's a sense of achievement that you're almost there to the 5th step.
Yep.
And even if that 5th step becomes the 500th step, you're like, yo, I'm still walking. And I like that.
Yeah.
I really fuck with that. And that's what I kept telling you and Darren. That's why I don't like make these New Year's resolutions. That's why I don't like set any like limits for myself. Like, here's what I want to do is like, look, I'm not gonna die feeling like a loser. So what am I gonna do to not feel like that? And that's where I'm at right now.
I mean, you should never feel like a loser. It's literally just coming down to like what makes you feel
fulfilled.
Yeah, fulfilled.
Somebody's always got it worse.
Those
I'm in a first world country. I'm not gonna.
I feel like those should not be your only 2 options. Like fulfilled and fucking like loser should not be your only 2 options. There should be something in between there. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
But I don't know what that in between is. But you should not necessarily have that.
I mean, that in between is progress. It's like you make progress.
You're always
the grind of life.
You should strive to always have some sort of progress towards where you want to be.
Yes.
In life.
Yes. I agree, 100% wholeheartedly. And honestly, if I'm being honest, you guys are all examples of where I want to be in my life. And so, like, I use you guys as inspiration for, like, okay, gotta do this better. Gotta lock in more on this. And even though, like I'm human and I don't, like, say, like, that's the thing. I use you guys as examples, but I don't say, yo, Darren's this XYZ, so why am I not this? John's XYZ, why am I not this? I'm like, you know what? John's doing that really well. I need to figure out ways to make that my own.
That's how you should
Darren's
do it.
doing XYZ really well.
Yeah.
I need to figure out ways to make that more part of me. And that's how I think. And that's why I don't, like, air hug. And that's how I think. That's why I don't, like...
I mean, that's a
and
good
if
thing,
I'm being honest, like, drunk, historical speaking, if I don't have kids, if I do have kids, whatever, someone's reading, like, looking at
I would love to have
videos now.
Alfonso's running around, bro.
But,
Dude,
like,
that'd be crazy. Uncle Darren.
But,
Uncle
like,
Darren.
if I were to die tomorrow on some real shit, even though I'm, like, highly drunk, like, I don't think I would be, like... You know that whole point of, like, being a ghost that you have, like, lingering regrets? I don't think I would have any real regrets.
Yeah,
like, I try to be the best older brother to my brother I can be. I try to be the best younger brother to my sister I can be. I try to be the best friend to you guys I can be. I just try to be the best me possible always. And it's not like being the best me. It's like,
Bro, you know what?
I'm performing.
You know what?
It's because I want to be.
This weekend,
And that's what feels okay with
this weekend, we should all hang out and go to a bar.
I would be okay with that.
100%.
I get paid this week.
I'm fine with that. What the fuck am I doing this weekend? I don't even know.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything.
I don't think I'm doing
Might as
anything.
well.
We go to like a pizza bar place. I feel like just have some food.
Dude, there's a
have some
bar
drinks.
across the street. Like, there's a fucking Mexican place with a bar.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Let's go there. I'll be down for that.
I'm down
like
for that.
Saturday or Sunday or some shit. I'll be down for that.
100%. Let's go there this week.
The viewers and listeners are just watching us fucking like
Bond.
develop our relationships even stronger.
Dude, viewers, we are serious. When this is like the only time a week we all get together and like talk.
We're all like,
We're all very busy, but
Yeah,
we
we all got our own
Yeah.
shit going on. You know what I mean?
we're all
It's
busy.
like, I don't
we
know.
just lock in.
This is
for a
very
week and
wholesome.
talk.
It's like 3 friends coming together and just shooting shit. I'm just like,
that's
Yeah.
a fucking.
it's
Spotify
sad because we
description.
don't like hang out like we should. You know, friends.
I don't think it was like hang out. We should. I think not only is this helping us, but we live together. So it's like the same reason. Like you're not always like bugging your mom out or your dad. I was like,
yeah.
you kind of you're comfortable with people to where it's like, you know what? When I need you, you know I need you, and we'll talk about it.
honestly, I tolerate y'all more than the other 2 roommates, but like
Damn.
shit,
Okay.
like I don't know. I preferred it when it was just us 3.
I I can get that. I can understand just like the simplicity of it. Yeah.
We've been roommates for over a year.
Yeah,
at
exactly.
this point.
Now
So
we
I mean,
had
I
more
get
people.
it.
Yeah, so it's like,
Originally, it was just us three. So
and it was working. It was a system we had down, and then we've grown to 5 to 6, and it's like
the more you add, the more the problems.
Yeah,
it's more crazy that the more we've done it, like throughout everything, we've had a fucking podcast room.
Exactly.
We've always been like, dude, we have an extra bedroom. That has to be the podcast room. It has to be.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
And it all started as a philosophy room where we just had this like.
It was a philosophy room. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's where we sat there. We shot the shit with fucking philosophy and everything. I mean, it worked out when we had multiple people over.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. Are y'all ready to take that last shot?
Fuck.
Might as well because
Fuck
I'm like
no.
either gonna go to bed or I'm gonna play like Marvel Rivals for like a couple like an hour then pass out. I'm gonna brush my
That's
teeth, take a
crazy
shower.
if you think you can stay awake another hour after this.
I kind of have to because alcohol does weird things to my body, John.
Both of y'all
What?
come to my room and take some Tylenol, please.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I do
That
have
sounds
work
like
in
a
the morning.
wonderful idea.
Is that a sleepy thing? Will it make me sleepy?
No. I don't know what the fuck
It's
it
like a
does.
pain med.
I don't know the science. I just know that like
Tylenol's just like it's like Advil. It's like a pain med.
it is, but I don't know why it helps hangovers. I don't know why. It's like I know that it's a main ingredient in
Goody powder.
Goody powder, exactly.
Yeah.
There's like aspirin, caffeine, and Tylenol, but like
Yeah,
I don't
wake your ass
fucking
the
know
fuck
what
up.
everything else does. But yeah, I'll just give you Tylenol caplets, and that just helps me.
Okay.
I mean, it works.
I'm so fucked up. Oh my god.
Whatever works. I mean,
Dude, we actually just did.
don't say you're fucked up yet, Darren. You have one more to take.
24 bottles of fucking honey whiskey, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. That dude at the liquor store got me a good deal.
Nah, I fuck with bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
I kind of
You know
fuck with
what?
bro.
Thank you to any viewer right now who has made it this far.
This is ridiculous.
You know
the
what?
fact that you've listened this far is kind of wild.
I'm not gonna lie. This was way better than the first half. I fucking love this.
I'm
Shout
not
out to
gonna
Mr.
lie.
and Mrs. Man. Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, the
goats.
goats. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you, John's parents. Y'all are our number one fans. You watch every single
I
episode.
hope y'all enjoyed the
consistently.
can of butter. I'm gonna make it
I
some
love
more
y'all.
soon.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm kind of like wow. I'm very impressed if anyone else has made it this far. in the
Yeah.
episode. I'm like wow.
Some
damn, that's
random
crazy.
guy dude.
Probably Tyler or
just
Justin
makes
is gonna
to
make it this
part
far.
of the
Maybe
video.
Nas, Tyler, and Justin are probably gonna make it this far at some point. Thank you.
I
all
would
for
just
listening.
wonder how like interesting we are to listen to when we're like drunk. Because like from our perspective, we sound normal right now. Really.
Kind
No,
of, yeah.
no.
I don't know. Like
I think
when
this
we're
is more
talking.
enjoyable than the first part. I don't know.
probably.
It gets more and more unhinged the longer it goes on. I could definitely say
Did I have any
Alright.
more questions?
that. You had 3, right? There was 2.
Well, you never answered me. What the fuck is the meaning of life, John?
The meaning of
The meaning
life.
of life?
I mean,
Whatever
my
you make
answer
of
was
it.
the
You already
same
answered.
answer.
You already answered.
Yeah,
What's
but
your
what's
meaning
your
of
answer?
life?
Whatever you can make of it. I don't think there is a meaning to life. I think
God,
it's
that's
just
so fucking contrarian. It's
do you
so,
mean?
it's
What
so
is your
drawn.
meaning to life? I'm
It's
not
so
deep,
drawn.
like, well, what do you feel like is the best takeaway of life?
yeah. What's the meaning of life, Darren?
Like, what do you take away out
If
of
you're
like,
gonna get
living
upset
here?
at mine, what's your meaning to life?
I'm not upset. I'm not upset at your meaning. I'm just not surprised that John's meaning of life is
It's
whatever
just
you
no
make of
meaning.
it.
Yeah, you
Because it's the same definition of mine. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Every person is different. Do what you want to do. Set your goal to what you want to do, and like go achieve that goal. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
It's hard for some people to discover what their meaning.
exactly.
In
Life
life,
life is all you want it to be.
Like, if you were to
It's
die
like-
tomorrow, would you be okay with it?
Coming from 3 dudes who don't seem all that religious, like life is all you want it to be.
Yeah.
So make the most of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like do what you want to do
I
within the
hope
time
there's
you
a
have.
God, but on the same,
Like-
like for my mom's sake, I hope there's a God.
I mean, realistically, keep in mind, life is not finite.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do within that period.
I'm
Like,
gonna-
do the best you can do. Like, be the best you can be.
yes.
I don't
and
know
enjoy
if this
yourself.
is like, too off topic or whatever on this. My perspective on like the whole like religious aspect of
talk your
everything
shit,
there.
talk your shit, John.
My whole aspect on that stuff is basically that like I have no control over what happens after my life ends.
Yeah, exactly. You don't. You fucking.
I
don't.
have no control over
You
that, but I have full and complete control over what happens
While you're
during
still
my life.
breathing. Yes.
So I'm not going to assume that there's anything that happens after my life. I'm just going to assume what happens during.
You have to live in the now. There's no
Amen.
other way to live.
That's how I feel
Amen.
about it,
You
anyways.
have to live in the now.
Because I can't live through life
It's
just
not
like,
fair.
oh, this is gonna get me this outcome in life. This is gonna give me this outcome in life.
I don't believe
This
in
is
the
what's gonna
fucking
get me
like
this
Hindu
outcome
like
in my current life.
caste
You know what I mean?
system shit. It's like, bro, you're here. You do whatever you want to do. If you're an asshole, you die an asshole. If you're a good person, you know people fuck with you. And it doesn't matter if you're remembered or not. It doesn't matter if you have a fucking street named after you or not. It's the life you felt fulfilled by. It's not the life. I don't care about being remembered. Like for some reason, I was like, at some point, I was like, yeah, I want to be remembered. But it's like, I don't care if I fade out like a fucking like random name in a fucking history book. It's more of like, did I, with the fucking 70, 50, 20, 30 years I get, feel like I had a good time. Not a good time isn't like, let me just party, sex, and drug hedonism, but like,
I think I'm you remember.
did I do the things that I believed were worth my time? Did I make connections with people? Did I try to, like, in the Captain America sense, lead by example? If I wanted the world to be a better place with religion, without religion, did I set the foundation for something that could be like, you know what? Alfonso may have said some things that could get him canceled, but at least he stood on business. Alfonso may have not known everything properly, may not have the best information, may not have been the smartest guy ever, but at least he was honest and sincere when it mattered. Did Alfonso try?
You know
that's
what?
all I want.
Bro, fucking amen to that.
Yeah, I was
Holy
gonna say,
shit.
you know what? No matter who you ask, they're gonna say Alfonso stood on business. I can
You know
tell
what?
you
You know
that right
what?
now.
You know
No
what?
matter who you ask.
It's the hell you have ever said on this podcast. To like to fucking hell. That is the most base thing you've ever said.
Real shit.
Like a W takeaway. Everybody follow this guy's footsteps. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, just be the real you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You only have one life. Don't
Live
make
it how you want to live it.
Live it how you want to live it.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. I think we should all invest in Alfonso bucks. I really think we
Full
should.
circle, baby. 52
I really
to
think we
episode
should.
2. Alfonso Bucks, I'm telling you,
I
bro.
really think we
no
should.
No Hawk to a coin, no Elon Bucks. Fuck all that shit. Alfonso Bucks.
To the moon.
to the moon, baby.
Alfonso
To
Scat
the
Bucks to
moon.
the moon.
Darren, let's take that shot.
Let's get this shot.
God
I'm probably
damn
gonna play
it.
like an hour of Marvel Rivals and go to sleep after I brush my
I'm gonna
teeth.
take the fattest leak I've ever taken in my entire
on God, dog.
life. I'm gonna take a full hour.
Got 24 fucking bottles of alcohol. 2
Dude, we
ounces.
finished the
Yeah.
whole fucking thing
2
tonight.
ounces each is insane.
I really got that expecting us not to take the full thing. I'm not gonna lie.
That's 8 shots each. Now that I'm doing the math.
I really got that shit expecting us to take like half of it. Maybe.
4 shots is crazy.
Holy shit,
Holy-
Darren. Holy fuck, dude.
Oh my god. I'm like looking at this and it looks like it's in a
Dog.
fucking Marvel movie, bro. I don't know if
What
that
the
makes
fuck
sense.
are you talking about?
This shit look like
I don't even know if we're like
cinematic,
allowed
bro.
to put this on YouTube.
This is the best podcast episode.
I literally don't know if we're allowed to put this on YouTube.
We are. If you talk about anything vulgar,
Do you put? Can you drink on YouTube?
yes.
Yeah.
There's definitely people that have done it before.
Who?
I don't know.
Markiplier.
Does he
Other
drink?
people. Markiplier drinks. He doesn't drink anymore now because his fucking liver or some
I
shit.
was gonna say he's fucking like Korean. He's not like the Asian flush stuff.
Excuse me?
He does. Like he literally can't drink. Like he gets like ill.
No, he has
Bro.
a liver problem. For real though.
Yeah. Dude, I'm fucking leaking this shit all over myself.
God, you have a dishwasher. You have a washing machine. Be fine.
Can I call dibs on your bathroom right after we record?
That's cool.
Darren,
I gotta
I'm
clean
gonna
my
piss
bathroom.
in the same time as you. We'll piss right next to each other.
You're gonna cross streams
Into the same
and
spot.
Open that fucking
Yes.
hyperdimension beam into the next reality.
Yes.
That's the fucking alpha dimension.
All right, guys. For the viewers who are watching the YouTube video, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Eight?
8 fucking shots,
What the
bro.
fuck?
2 ounces of liquor. If you
Dude, we're
worked
so
in any
old.
restaurant that's had a bar, you know the customer that had 8 shots is a little bit, if not highly, off their
It's about
ass
time
right
to kick
now.
those motherfuckers out of the Chili's.
Bro, we're
at this
so
point.
old.
I'm not gonna lie.
We're so old.
We
Holy
are.
Shit.
Dog, I'm almost 22.
Dude, my record was like 16.
You are 22.
18.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
I can't wait to be 22, but I mean,
Why,
Wait, am I
why
the
can't
oldest?
you wait? Yeah, you are.
Holy fucking
My birthday is
shit.
next month.
Holy fucking
Yeah.
shit. You're right.
Y'all ready?
I love you guys.
Air
You know
Clink.
what? You know what? You know what? It's a Scat Cast into many more Scat Casts. To
many
another
more
year of
Scat
Scat
Casts.
Cast. To another year of Scat Cast.
To
Well,
at
let's say-
least another year of Scat
At least another
A
year of
Rick and
Scat
Morty.
Cast.
At least.
To a million years of Scat Cast.
more billion.
All right, y'all ready?
I fucking love the Scat Cast. You guys should love the Scat Cast. Clink.
Oh my god, I spilled. Alcohol. The only debuff in life that makes you more fun to talk to.
Real shit.
Okay. I'm gonna do the outro.
Rough. Okay.
Shout out to our boys at Cellraise.
Cellraise!
Cellraise!
Tyler.
All right, my boy Tyler, one of my best friends. Love him so much. Him and his friend Jeff made this company called Cellraise. Sell, list once, sell anywhere. You got a product you want to sell, list it on Cellraise. You can list it on like eBay, Mercari, Amazon, any marketplace you want to list it to. Cellraise is gonna look it up for you. It'll automatically update the inventory, right? Between all like 5, 6, 7 sites you got. Between Amazon, Mercari, eBay, Walmart, whatever you got. Automatically update it, right? And if you want to list it, they have an AI that can sum up a summary, a title, a price, all for you. You don't have to use it if you want to, but it's there. So you want to cast the widest net you can. You know, you're going to sell on either eBay, Amazon, Mercari, etc.
Shopify.
Shopify. They got that too.
Yeah.
So make an account with Cellraise. Right now, they charge $10 a month or $30 a year. It's pretty good. If you $30
pretty good
a
deal.
year, that's $2.50 a month. If you're a businessman, this is perfect for you.
Yeah.
You can manage your inventory all across all of your websites for $2.50 a month.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Automatically updates the inventory. You can sell anywhere, right?
Yeah.
On any of those listed sites. Sorry for butchering this. I'm drunk.
No, you nailed
We're
this.
all drunk.
You nailed this.
No, I think Tyler appreciates
Check out the boys
it.
and Cellraise. And you know what? If you haven't, if you're not convinced, check out our episode with Tyler Ma, my best friend,
Woo!
and also co-founder of Cellraise. We had an episode with him. He explains what Cellraise is. We talk about some cool tech stuff. Check it out.
And also Cellraise.
I think that last shot just fucking.
And you know what?
He punched me, John.
check out
why.
check out the Scat Cast. You know, we got YouTube, we got
got a lot of
Amazon, we got
episodes.
Spotify,
And also,
we got
I'm on
Amazon.
Twitch.
I
We
built
got
a PC, guys.
Okay, so hold on.
He did.
We got Apple Music. Check out the Scat Cast. Every single Wednesday, we post every single morning.
Every Wednesday.
Make us a
without
part
fail,
of your morning
for at
fucking
least
routine.
52 episodes.
Bro, I know for a fact you're not doing anything before work. You're just fucking.
And even if you
Waking up-
are, you don't have to worry
Like,
about it
listen
because
to
we'll be there
music
with
or
you.
listen to
Yeah,
us.
exactly.
We're
Choose.
audio. We got audio
Listen
too.
to
We're
us
on Spotify. We're
on
on
your
Apple
way
Music.
to work on Wednesday morning. I love y'all. I love our followers. I love
I do
Cellraise.
too.
I love the boys. I love
This has been
Alfonso,
great.
John, and me.
Yeah.
I love y'all are listening. Like,
This has been a wonderful year.
wonderful year.
Literally.
1
A
year of
wonderful
Scat.
year.
Go check out the previous episodes. We got some bangers in there. You know what I mean? Like,
Hell yeah.
check
We
out our
mentioned
guests.
some. We shouted them out. We talked about them.
I
Go
know.
through Spotify and find them, bro.
Check out our boys at the Cellraise, at Scat Cast, at your Twitch.
Oh, my Kaijin OW right now.
Follow that man.
I
right
am
now,
a Celestial Magic Main. I'm Grandmaster 1 right
Boss,
now.
say you're not celestial. Don't
Shut
lie
your
to
ass
us right
up,
now.
nigga.
He's
I'm
almost
like
there.
so close.
He's almost there.
I'm almost there. I'm GM1, but like I play Magic. She's a fun character. If you want to hear me say slight slurs and other funny things,
Okay,
check me
y'all
out.
got the rest of the intro. I'm gonna go take a piss.
All right.
But
Darren,
thank
it's been
you guys.
wonderful having you here. I appreciate you. And I
is
appreciate
12
you
to 3, almost
Alfonso, as
1
well.
a.m.
It's been a wonderful time. We've been recording for almost 3 hours at this point,
Holy shit.
which is kind of crazy. I'm not going to lie.
The drunker you get, the longer you yap. I
We've
feel.
taken 8 shots. This has been a 1-year anniversary of the Scat Cast. And I can tell you right now, we're going to work towards
year 2.
dozens of more years. Year 2 included, but year 3, year 4, year
Be
5.
like
It
Destiny,
doesn't
we
matter what
just
it
change
is.
and evolve, bro. Y'all ain't ready for yet Scat Cast year 4.
We're gonna get better and better and better with each, coming
iteration,
year.
obviously.
Yeah, obviously. And I appreciate you. I appreciate Alfonso. I appreciate Darren. I appreciate the viewers. Everyone who's listened, everyone who's watched. It doesn't matter who they are. I appreciate all of them because this has been a crazy, definitely not what I expected, 50-second episode
Yeah.
of the Scat Cast.
Yeah.
And I appreciate everyone who's taken part. All right.
I just drank water on my bottom lip.
Yeah, great job, Bo. All right. Appreciate it. Bye.
Every nigga is a star.